Wagner Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Aris Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, Wilson Tollener CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics. And now your Lake TV pregame show powered by Como Connect. Here's William Holtz and Dave Glendenning.
And welcome to School of the Osage in Kaiser, Missouri for Lake TV's Week 1 coverage of high school football right here on Lake TV. I'm William Holtz, joined by my good man Dave Glendenning, and for our first rendition of the pregame show powered by Como Connect. And I'll tell you what, Week 1 is always exciting, especially when you talk about a team like the Osage Indians. Yeah, especially the kind of a turnaround they're going through this year, and we're going to find out what kind of team to expect for the rest of the season, really tonight when they get out there in the field. They don't know what they have as a team until they get out there and play tonight. Absolutely right. And for the Fulton Hornets, their third head coach in as many seasons, and you know that former Missouri punter Trey Barrow, he's going to be eager to get things going this year. Pre-game show powered by Como Connect. We're going to talk with both Osage coach Devin Johnson. We'll talk with Fulton coach Trey Barrow. We'll also key in on a couple of key components for both teams, that and much more on the pre-game show powered by Como Connect after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Nanny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
I'm open. I'm Chris Wagner of Farmers Insurance. Not only do I have great hands, Farmers Insurance has great rates. So come see us in Lake Ozark because I want to be your insurance agent. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are farmers.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Lake of the Ozarks is not only beautiful, but it's the #1 recreational lake in the country. Did you know that the Lake of the Ozarks has a local TV station dedicated to the lake and nothing but the lake? Lake TV is dedicated to showcasing and promoting the Lake of the Ozarks lifestyle, events, businesses, attractions, and incredible people across the entire Midwest. Turn on Lake TV and watch the shootout and lake race live, along with local event documentaries such as Aquapalooza, boat shows, and other local content and event features. Lake TV is also home to live high school football every Friday during football season and features the lake's only local TV newscast. If it's happening at the Lake of the Ozarks, chances are you can catch it on Lake TV. Find us on Charter Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, on our Roku channel, or streaming 24/7 at mylaketv.com. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. It's time to experience the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks like never before, only on Lake TV.
And we are back here on the pregame show powered by Como Connect. And as we said, it's going to be a good one tonight. And if you want to talk about both teams, let's start with the visitor. The Fulton Hornets come in, and Dave, they got a lot of things that are also up in the air, just like the Osage Indians.
Yeah, first-year head coach. Probably a total transition. Like you said, it was 3 coaches in 3 years. So probably a new system. The players are going to be adjusting in this first game. And it appears that their team's a little bit up in the air. They really haven't told us or anyone who the starting quarterback is, and it looks like they're going to have 3 options tonight at quarterback.
Beautiful thing is you're going to have a freshman that could turn some heads that Ross was telling us about, and then you got a junior and a senior also going to split time back there. And when you look at the Fulton Hornets and you look at, okay, so it's their 3rd coach in as many years, you got to talk about the name. Trey Barrow, former Missouri Tiger punter, very well known, part of some big teams under Gary Pinkel. And so he has got the big game blood flowing through his veins. And if anybody can get this Fulton Hornets team turned in the right direction, I think it would be him. And speaking of Fulton head coach Trey Barrow, we had an opportunity to catch up with him earlier tonight.
Now joined by Fulton head coach Trey Barrow on the first game of the season here at Osage. Coach, how you feel going into tonight's matchup?
I feel pretty good. You know, we've worked hard this summer, and I'm excited for the kids to get out here and finally get to play a game.
You feel like it's a disadvantage at all being on the road to open the year, or you're not really worried about that?
You know, I don't know. I like to say that we can travel okay, but I guess we'll see how we come out tonight.
You guys healthy coming into this matchup tonight?
Yeah, we don't have any injuries.
Fantastic. If there's one thing you guys have to key in on tonight to come out with a victory, what would that thing be?
I think we got to win the turnover battle. You know, these guys fly around on defense. They're always physical. That's going to be the major deciding factor in my mind.
And when you look at a team like the Osage Indians, historically under Devin Johnson, they do a lot of things well. What's a couple things you got to key in on to get a victory tonight?
Their quarterback's really elusive. You know, we haven't seen him play yet. Didn't play in the Jamboree, but I know that he is from last year's film. And he's a great coach. He gets them fired up and ready to play. So we got a challenge ahead of us tonight.
Very good. That's Fulton head coach Trey Barrow. We'll be back after this.
This Lake TV Game of the Week, powered by Como Connect, is brought to you by Como Connect, Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Aris Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, Wilson Tollener CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
So you heard Trey Barrow say, if Fulton wants to win tonight's ball game, the 2 most important components are win the turnover battle and be strict in the field position game. And those are 2 things most coaches key in on coming in to the game. So a lot to be learned about the Fulton Hornets. And although the Osage Indians, okay, so quick break. We're going to turn to Brennan Thompson, our top cam, for the playing of tonight's national anthem. Osage Indians marching band tonight. And Dave, when you talk about the Indians, like we were talking about under 5th-year coach Devin Johnson, he's got a lot of experience opening as the Osage Indians head coach each year. And the openers over the last 4 years, he's 3-1, and he's 3-1 against these very Fulton Hornets. And you look historically at this rivalry, if you will, for teams that aren't too terribly far apart. It's been owned by the Osage Indians recently. 6 of the last 8 games the Indians have won, and I don't expect that trend to change tonight. You said, the Indians, they did. They lost quarterback Zach Wheeler. They lost their best receiver in Drake Gaines. They lost their defense and probably team anchor in Austin Magnuson. I mean, the names go on and on. Nick Riley, their team running back. But you look at the guy stepping into the quarterback role, tons of experience on defense, tons of experience on offense, just not at the quarterback spot, and that's Dalton DePay. He's a very shifty kid on his feet, and I expect him to be able to make some plays tonight.
Well, he's not only a quarterback. The guy can do it all. We saw him as a receiver last year. He's really fast, really athletic, and I'm really excited to see him play quarterback and see what he can do from that position tonight.
And if you remember, one of the games last year we had right here on Lake TV, Dalton DePay was our player of the game, and in that game he had a receiving touchdown. He had 2 interceptions, one of which returned to the house, and he had a punt return for some 40 yards that put the Indians in great field position. But Dave, you're right. Both teams so much up in the air tonight, and when you look at both teams, anything could happen, and that's what's exciting about week 1 of high school football. And as excited as the kids are and the parents are and the coaches are, I'd be hard-pressed to think they're any more excited than you and I. We've been counting down for this day for the last 3 or 4 months, and it really is snucking up on us.
Oh, yeah. It feels like it was just our first game a year ago. But this one's going to be totally different tonight because it's going to be a surprise. No one has any idea how each one of these teams are going to perform. But if the rumors are okay at the high school, the team's going to be so-so this year. But they might surprise us tonight.
You look at the records a year ago, the Fulton Hornets finished 3-7. They lost in the opening round of the district playoffs. And same for the Osage Indians. They were 5-5, and they lost in the opening round to Springfield Catholic. And 5-5, that was an Indians team that very easily could have been 8-2. And although many key parts went on and graduated, they got some key parts back. And I heard Coach Johnson tell me that earlier when we caught up with him. And actually, we're going to let you hear that interview right now.
Now joined by Osage head coach Devin Johnson. Right before the opener tonight, you're at home, coach. Feel pretty good about that?
Yeah, it's awesome playing in front of your home crowd. We just started school this week, so we actually play a football game in a week that we have school for the first week, unlike last year. But it's really nice to come out and have the community support. I mean, see all the people out there. It's just impressive how our community comes out and supports us as a program.
Now, more so than a lot of teams in Tri-County, you lost a lot of key components from last year's team. You're going to get an opportunity to see some young guys. Who would we key in on tonight?
We lost a lot of guys, but we also brought people that a senior group that's real gritty, and they play together really well. So it's exciting to see what they're going to do tonight. We bring a lot of guys back. I mean, honestly, though, you hope you lose a good senior class every year. Dalton DePay is going to be our quarterback, and he's done a tremendous job this offseason. Hunter Neiman, unfortunately, has a bruised knee, won't be playing tonight, but he's someone that we look forward to do some big things. Garrett Sutherland's another one that on the edge and defensively is doing some great things. And Mason Etter has been anchoring the line. It's just there's a lot of guys in that senior group that have played quite a bit. And then we have some young guys or new guys like Ryan Moore who hasn't started yet and is really fired up about playing tonight. So it'll be fun.
You look at a team like the Fulton Hornets under first-year coach Trey Barrow. What does this Fulton team do well, or do you expect them to do well? You got to key in on.
Well, they got some good athletes. Their running back is a pretty good player. Their quarterback was a starter last year for a bit of the year and is a senior and is a leader and is a good kid. And, Coach Barrow is coming in as a third coach in 3 years. He wants to bring some stability to that program. I'm sure he's going to do that. And we're just going to play very sound fundamental football to win this game.
Coach, now one thing you want to key in on for your team to get a victory, what would that be?
Turnovers and field position. That's the 2 things I told him earlier today is if we win the turnover battle and we're able to move the ball offensively and win the field position war, then we have a good chance of winning this one.
All right, Coach, go get him. I'll let you go. Thank you very much for joining us. That's Osage head coach Devin Johnson. We'll be back with kickoff for Fulton at the School of the Osage Indians after this.
So you heard Coach Devin Johnson, just like Coach Trey Barrow said, if we want to have an opportunity to come out of tonight's ball game with a victory, we got to win the turnover battle, and we're going to have to take care of field position. And really, what's more important besides scoring points than those 2 things right there?
Yeah, especially with basically an unknown at the quarterback position, the most important position on the field. And with a lot of holes on defense, you have to play a pretty clean game and hopefully pull out a victory here tonight against an unknown Fulton team.
When I look at a couple of things that are key for me, if I'm either the Fulton Hornets or the Osage Indians, 2 things. First, I want to get off to a fast start. If you get off to a fast start and you can either get the momentum in your favor or take the opponent's crowd out of the game, that's huge for you. And also, the special teams, such a huge thing when it comes to field position, and that starts right through the special teams.
Yeah, and last year, I don't know if it'll carry over to this year, but when Osage got down early in games, they had a hard time coming back. But granted, this is a little different team, but still, they had that problem last year. and hopefully we'll see if they'll never be behind this year. So hopefully we'll never have to deal with that, but we'll see.
That's a lofty goal to never be behind, but we will see. We're just moments away from kickoff. This is your pregame show powered by Como Connect. My good man, Dave Glendenning. I'm William Holtz, and we're going to be back after this.
Who doesn't love free tickets, dinners, and attraction passes? Did you know that by simply liking Lake TV's Facebook page, you're eligible to participate in our weekly Facebook giveaway? Lake TV has concert and show tickets, minor mics, and big surf passes, along with lake apparel and car washes. You could even win dinners to Captain Ron's, JJ's at the Copper Pot, or chances are, along with many others. And don't forget about gift cards to one of the lake's hottest shops. So, what are you waiting for? Go to Lake TV on Facebook, and maybe you'll be our next big winner.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Welcome to Shawnee Bluff Winery and Vineyard. Order from a full menu including our tasty brick oven pizza. Shawnee Bluff Winery has an amazing assortment of local made wines by the glass or bottle and live music to enjoy them by. We even have quaint lakeside rooms to easily turn your visit into a vacation. Just 7 scenic miles down Route 54, look for Missouri's largest wine bottle, marking the entrance to Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, where you can relax among the grapevines and enjoy the beautiful view. The vineyard offers a beautiful setting for our live concerts all summer long, from names like Clint Black, Charlie Daniels, 38 Special, and many more. When it comes to events, Shawnee Bluff Winery and Vineyard has you covered. Our event coordinator is there to help you every step of the way. The winery has options for small gatherings up to 30 indoors or groups under the tent with a 14-mile panoramic view of the lake. Our 50-acre vineyard is home to our 5,000-square-foot facility that can handle up to 300 guests and all the amenities you might need for your big day or event. So whether you're looking for some great wine and food or views and celebrations, the winery and vineyard at Shawnee Bluff has everything you need to make your getaway unforgettable.
My father, Eris Pardalis, grew up in Greece. When he arrived here 50 years ago, he brought with him a taste of his childhood, a delicacy he would introduce to Missouri that brought joy to the taste buds of America. Pizza. Pizza so perfect, it could only have the Eris name. Eris's Pizza. We've been building communities around delicious food since 1961 and making friends for life.
Make your fantasy a reality this season at Big Surf Water Park. Rocket yourself down Zambezi Falls. Enjoy a relaxing ride down the Lazy River. Or grab a tube and head down our Whitewater Rapids. You're sure to find fun for the whole family this summer right at the Lake of the Ozarks.
It's a vacation within a vacation. Big Surf.
Get your tickets now at BigSurfWaterPark.com.
And we are back just moments away from kickoff. And to be real honest with you, Dave, I can't say I've ever been as excited as I am on week one of the NFL or the high school football season. And I am that tonight, almost like a little girl on Christmas morning who just got to see the bike right next to the tree. I'm pumped.
Interesting you said little girl, but I would have went with the little boy. But yes, I am pretty excited. Looks like everyone here is excited to watch some football. It's pretty crowded for game one of the season, and everyone's undefeated, folks.
That's absolutely right.
Everyone's in it.
That's absolutely right. We see Fulton is going to receive as Osage wins the toss. They defer to the second half. You always love that move. So the stage has been set. We're ready for high school football from School of the Osage in Kaiser, Missouri. This concludes your pregame show powered by Como Connect. We'll be back with kickoff after this.
My father, Eris Pardalis, grew up in Greece. When he arrived here 50 years ago, he brought with him a taste of his childhood, a delicacy he would introduce to Missouri that brought joy to the taste buds of America. Pizza. Pizza so perfect, it could only have the Aris name. Aris' Pizza. We've been building communities around delicious food since 1961 and making friends for life.
And we are back, and as you heard, Osage wins the toss. They're going to kick off to Fulton. So without further ado, folks, it is time for live high school football on Lake TV, our 6th season, bringing it to you. My 6th season behind the mic here as the voice of the Lake TV high school football. It's an honor and it's a pleasure, and I'm joined for the 2nd straight season by my partner in crime, my color guy, Dave Glendenning. And Dave, this is going to be our very best season yet.
No doubt about it, Will. We have nowhere to go but up after last season, so let's get it going.
Nowhere to go but up. No, I think we were great last year. What are you trying to say?
Well, sure. Here we go.
All right, so a little squib fielded at about the 35 and at the 36-yard line. That's where Fulton is going to start with their first offensive possession of the 2018 season. It'll be interesting to see who Coach Barrow sends out there at quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of the question we've been wondering all week.
And so, see, it looks like number 12 going to be out there. That's Evan Gray, the senior, and I suspect he'll get a lot of reps in a linebacker. That's Tayon Logan. That tailback back there with him, and you see the quad receiver, 2 top of your screen, 2 bottom of your screen here. Osage 4 down linemen. They're in a cover 4. The handoff and met in the backfield. That's big number 81 for the Indians. That's Mason Etter. You heard Coach Johnson talk about him in the pregame interview. He said him off the edge, he's going to be a big-time playmaker for the Indians this year. That's a good first defensive play for the Indians. They back up Fulton. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 now.
And also look out for Garrett Sutherland on the other side. He was pretty good last year playing defensive end for the Indians.
The snap, the quick hitter. This time he's got his man. That's Logan across the 40 up to about the 43. And the Indians cause the fumble and they recover if all indications are correct. And the Indians have the football. First takeover of the season comes just 2 plays into the game, and the Indians start as hot as they possibly could have imagined. They have it 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of Fulton.
Great start, great field position for this Osage Indian team. And their first offensive possession of the season, we will see if they've changed up their offense from last year.
So Dalton DePay going to line up at quarterback. With him, Drew Edwards, the junior, at tailback. DePay, actually Edwards out to DePay. DePay, a little option, could have passed it inside the 40 to about the 39, and he'll be stopped there after a gain of about 4.
Oh. So starting off with Edwards at quarterback.
Stay on defense. Names. Yeah, Drew Edwards actually started right there, but Dalton DePay now going to step back into that role, and it's Jack Dooley back there, the sophomore. Oh, here's a little play. That's going to go the distance to the house. Wow, the Indians start fast. That's a 39-yard touchdown. Matt Hans, the sophomore running back, takes it 39 yards, his first carry of the season, and the Indians start fast.
That's an unfamiliar name. Yeah, he just blew by Latrellis Colbert on defense there for the touchdown.
Yeah, that one happened fast. He was actually lined out in the slot, it looked like, and the ball ended up in his hands, and he did the rest. So just a minute, 25 seconds into the game, the Indians, their first takeaway and their first offensive touchdown.
Looks like they're going for 2 here.
We've got a down lineman.
And I believe a little offsides. Got a little...
Or a little false start. One of the two had to be, and back there taking the snap.
First hanky of the season on an extra point.
We don't have a 77 on our roster here, but that's a lineman, it looks like, that took the direct snap. And now they'll send in a different package, and I suspect Coach Devin Johnson may attempt an extra point here after that penalty.
Not looking like it.
Boy, that did not take the Indians long, and you're right. They're going to send DePay back out of the shotgun. Jack Dooley in there with him now. DePay under pressure, rolls to his right. There's going to be a hold call. DePay going to try to get to the outside. He'll be stopped, so that is a conversion that has failed. So your score just a minute 25 seconds in. The Indians up 6-0. We'll be back after this.
Make your fantasy a reality this season at Big Surf Water Park. Rocket yourself down Zambezi Falls. Enjoy a relaxing ride down the lazy river. Or grab a tube and head down our whitewater rapids. You're sure to find fun for the whole family this summer right at the Lake of the Ozarks.
It's a vacation within a vacation. Big Surf.
Get your tickets now at BigSurfWaterPark.com.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
And we're back now as the Indians lead 6-0 right here at School of the Osage in Kaiser, Missouri. And we did hear from Lake TV's field cam and chief engineer Ricky Smith. It was DePay that had the strip and the recovery. So, like we said, his presence is always felt on both sides of the football, and that proves to be true early into the 2018 season. So the short kick. Now that takes a nice hop for the Indians, fielded by number 4, the tailback.
Logan.
Logan's up to about the 32, maybe the 33, and he is waylaid right there by Logan Havner, the freshman on special teams, making a nice hit. And if you're going to wear number 15 a year after Drake Gaines graduates, you best be ready to make some plays, and it looks like Havner's ready to do just that.
And Tayon Logan, who made that return, is the primary ball carrier for Fulton.
Now here's a little option play to the outside, and guess who? DePay once again, first guy there, and that goes for a big loss. Dalton DePay having himself a first quarter for the ages.
He's picking up right where he left off in the last season, Will.
Yeah, DePay, a good athlete in more than one sport. I know he also played basketball. I believe he might run track as well here at School of the Osage. Of course, he's the son of Superintendent Matt DePay. And I will tell you, the DePay family leaving their imprint here at School of the Osage. Ooh. Oh, and in the backfield for a quarterback sack there first. That's number 55 for the Osage Indians, Connor Arrowhead. Well, maybe Jacob Smith, 56, with the quarterback sack. But, boy, I'll tell you what, Fulton is moving in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Osage's pass rush is getting to the quarterback. It looked like they sent a couple extra guys, too, that time. And again, Fulton in a 4 wide receiver set, lone back.
Little option here. Quarterback is going to keep and get nowhere. Swallowed up by number 78 for the Indians. And that's going to bring up a punting situation for Fulton. Ryan Moore with the stop for the Indians. And big Ryan Moore coming in his senior campaign, standing 6'4", 265. Big guy. Looks like Justin Leake set to do the punting duty for the Hornets. 8:45 left here in the first quarter of play. High short kick. Hits at about the 48 and takes a Fulton bounce. Inside the 40-yard line at about the 37. So Osage on their second offensive possession, a little further into their end this time. They have it 1st and 10 with 8:28 left. And partner, 2 offensive series so far for Fulton. You had the fumble that Osage recovered, and then you had an atrocious 3-and-out where you had 3 plays blown up dead, if not at the line of scrimmage, deep into the backfield. So the Indians doing everything they want thus far in the ballgame.
Yeah, I figured you'd expect that Fulton's punt team should be on point all night tonight.
So to pay now with a quarterback keeper up the middle, tries to get outside, follows his blockers very nicely. He has the edge across the 40, inside the 30, lowers his shoulder, and he's taken down at about the 20-yard line. That's good for a 44-yard scamper, and this has been the Dalton DePay show already. Boy, I'll tell you what, partner, defense had him stopped right up the middle. He did a little stutter step to get outside, followed his blockers, and then he beat everybody out to the edge, and the Osage Indians in business. They have it 1st and 10 at the 20. And we have a false start, and that's one thing that could kill a drive just as quick as you get it started. So that's going to bring up 1st and 15 now, but boy, what a start for Osage.
Yeah, and that last play for Fulton, Zaylon McNeil was the one to kind of save the tackle there for the touchdown. But I tell you what, Dalton, though, he can cut on a dime out there.
Quick hitter. And that is blown up. That's Logan. No, that's not Logan. That's double 44. That's Latrellis Colbert.
He's their defensive leader.
You can see why. He was Johnny on the spot, and that goes for no gain. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 15 now. Trevor Ralston, the lone receiver, top of your screen, to carry up the middle. And we're going to give him about 4.5 or 5, Dooley with the carry, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and long now for the Indians. Now I wonder, with the Indians, electing to go for 2-point if they don't have a kicking game this year, could make it 4-down territory here. To pay now, play action. Had his man. Nice pressure applied by Fulton. That's number 5, Tyler Saylor. But boy, he had wide open in the flat Mason Eder and just couldn't get him the football. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 10 now from the 20-yard line.
Appears like they're going to be going for it, Will.
Yeah, I thought in that situation they may try to get half of the yardage if this is going to be 4-down territory. And I would say it's probably due to a lack of a kicking game is why this is a 4-down territory. So it's an option. Quarterback keeper trying to get to the outside, cuts back, and he's not going to get there. 2 Fulton Hornets in. That's number 88, Garrett Johnson, and number 23, Cody Settles, with a big defensive stop. And that's big for Fulton because they're going to stop Osage from scoring and give the football back to their offense.
Yeah, and 22, Zane Jennings was also in on the tackle there.
So they take over at the 17-yard line, and after a great, promising start to that offensive series, that takes a screeching halt, and Osage gives it back to Fulton now with 7:03 left in the first quarter.
Now, can Fulton move the ball? Let's just, for once, let's see.
Gray with the snap. Logan started early and got away with it. He takes the carry, and he has a good gain up to about the 22-yard line. We'll give him 5 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, since Fulton running with 4 defensive backs, it's kind of made Osage adjust their defense accordingly.
Oh, that one's on the turf, picked up.
Looks like Sutherland in there to clean up the mess.
Sutherland right there, Johnny on the spot, and Gray just never had that snap. That was a busted play from the start, and just like that, Fulton now faces a 3rd and 8 here, backed inside their own 20-yard line. They desperately need to give their defensive break and get a fresh set of downs here. Gray out of the shotgun. Logan in the backfield with him to his left. Trip wide receivers, bottom of your screen. Lone receiver, top of your screen. Gray takes the snap, looks over the middle. He has his man, and that's good for a 1st down right at the sticks. Hauled in by Justin Leak, and that's good for a 1st down. They're going to spot him at about the 27-yard line, and that is right at the marker. And that's going to be a 1st down on the play.
And Jack Dooley in on the tackle for Osage.
Yeah, and they're going to give him the 1st down yards without bringing out the sticks. That's a really good job right there by Justin Leak, the senior, knowing exactly where the sticks were at, where he had to get, and his quarterback delivered a strike And that'd be Evan Gray. Now look right here. You have a guy way, way back. That's a bad snap. Gray just falls on it wisely, and they got to get that fixed. He's all the way back to his 14-yard line. That's a loss.
About 12 yards there, Will.
Yeah,
Oopsie.
12 or 13. That's a big one. They're going to put him at the 15-yard line, so that's going to bring up a very long 2nd and 22. And, boy, every time Fulton does something right, they do something equally as wrong following it.
You can tell early on here, it's a new coach, a new team, trying to figure things out here.
Gray, the quick hitter into the flat, has his man, but nice piece of tackling right there for the defensive back, Trevor Ralston. He's the junior, and he's going to be a big-time role player for the Indians. We saw him come onto the scene late last year, and if anyone can fill the shoes of one Drake Gaines, this is going to be the guy. And that was a very heads-up defensive play as the reception was brought in by John Holtkamp, the senior receiver for Fulton. So 3rd and 19, play action. Gray under pressure, looks very stressed out, and for a second sack, actually it's going to be past the line of scrimmage.
Jacob Smith just hammered him.
So 4th and about 18 now is Jacob Smith with a tackle at the line of scrimmage after a gain of about a half yard. I thought he had his 2nd sack, but goes for positive yardage. So Jacob Smith already letting his presence be felt in this ball game.
And like I said, maybe it's a good thing they have a coach that was an ex-punter.
That's true. So Leak now, good punt. That one fielded with a fair catch at about the 46-yard line. Questionable decision by Matt Hans. He might have felt the pressure being a little closer than it actually was. But nonetheless, that's going to bring up another 1st and 10 for the Osage Indians with 4:03 remaining here in the first quarter. Of course, got to thank all of our sponsors for making tonight's game possible. We've got Como Connect, Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner with Farmers Insurance here doing the kick challenge like he always does, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Eris's Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, Wilson Tolner CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Picks. So we're going to stay right here. We do have a break on the field, it looks like.
We'll get some great shots of the huddle down there, too. Thanks to some of our new and improved equipment this year.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we got the wireless receiver in there. We've got new camera. We've got the new headsets. Very fortunate to be in a position to continue to grow what we've done here at the football. We're having a lot of fun. And like we said earlier, I anticipate this will be the most exciting and most quality year of live high school football on Lake TV we've ever had. Of course, thank all of our viewers for tuning in on the Facebook stream. We anticipate a lot of people through our Facebook page over the next 3 days. Of course, tonight's game live on Facebook, and then tune back in early tomorrow morning starting at 9 o'clock for the 30th annual Lake of the Ozarks Shootout, this year presented by Performance Boat Center. The action starts at 9 o'clock, and we'll be on the air until 5 p.m. tomorrow, and then we'll be right back with you Sunday morning at 9 as well. So DePay now trying to talk with Sutherland. He had it go off of his hands. Defensive back Keyshawn Maxwell did just enough, sticking his hand up to distract the receiver. So that falls incomplete as Sutherland was unable to spot the football, and we do have a penalty marker
Legal
on
man
the field.
downfield.
You thought that might have been it, as we just had our TV fall off the wall here in the booth, but it's still working.
Boy,
that's the old.
She's a beaut.
That's an old reliable
She
Emerson.
takes a beating and keeps on ticking.
So after the illegal man downfield, it's first.
I'm going to have to wear a hard hat next week when I come in here.
So the penalties decline, going to bring up 2nd down and 15 as our friends from Squeeze now here. I know Rendy is her name. I think Mike or Mark is her husband's name. But if you guys haven't been out to Squeeze Juice and Health, you got to go see them. That is fantastic. Here's DePay now with the option. He's going to keep the football, and he takes a pretty good hit, but
picks up some yardage there.
Yeah, it's a very
About
nice
8
carry.
yards.
He's got 9 on the carry, 8 or 9, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and very manageable. So nice job by Dalton DePay and Wise. Sometimes, you know, at this level, you see a quarterback, he gets his yardage, and then right before he takes a hit, he has that temptation to flip the football to his option back, and I'm glad he didn't. So
It just appears that DePay is far superior as far as speed goes from anyone else in the field tonight.
Quick hitter up the middle to Jack Dooley, and that's going to be a 1st down, and that's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Osage Indians. 3:43 left in the opening period of play here in the 2018 Lake TV opener.
And Fulton
DePay now back to Dooley.
Yeah, they were going run all the way there with that defense.
Dooley once again, he has about 5. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Now other area schools opening play tonight. Eldon, they're
Hurry
playing
up
at home
offense.
against Bolivar. As Osage with a quick hurry up, we do have a penalty marker. So Eldon is at home against Bolivar. California opened up at Riley Field at home against Warrensburg. And the Versailles Tigers made the long trip to Knob Noster. We'll try to keep you guys updated on those games. Feel free to give us comments on Facebook down there in the comment section on any local schools in action. We'll try to keep up on that as our production assistant and crew will be keeping an eye on that and relaying it to Dave and I. So don't hesitate. Comments, critiques, concerns, or just let us know how much you love us and we'd be happy to hear it. So 1st down and 10 after the offsides by Fulton. Ball at the 30-yard line of the Hornets. 3:10 left in the opening period of play. DePay under center, split backfield right behind him. The give is going to go to number 20 once again, Matt Hans, and he's got about 4 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
I'll tell you what, Will, there's a big difference between this team and last year's team. Last year they had Hutchcraft. They had a couple really big bruising backs that could wear a team down. Looks like these guys are a little bit more speed backs.
It's a misdirection play. Now going to give it to Dooley. Dooley makes the guy miss, cuts across inside the 15. And he'll be taken down at the 14 after a gain of 12, and that's another Indian 1st down.
Yeah, the tackle was made by John Holtkamp.
After a 12-yard gain, so the Indians now getting into a bit of a groove here, Dave, on this drive, as Coach Johnson relaying the message into Trevor Ralston. This is a guy to watch here, bottom of your screen, lined up here, single coverage. Watch this matchup right here. Quick handoff up the middle once again, and Dooley, the ball carrier, he's got about 5, and it seems like every time they go to that play, they're picking up 4 or 5 yards, and if you continue to do that, this one's as good as over because 4 or 5 yards per carry. Well, I'm no math major or mathematician, but I'll tell you what, that's going to be good for a 1st down every series.
And Osage just opted for the no huddle.
Once again, this time it's Hans, the ball carrier, and I think that Coach Johnson's method here to his madness is if it's not broke, don't fix it. Until Fulton shows they can prevent them from running right up the middle out of that wishbone set, I don't envision they'll stop. That's going to bring up about 3rd and 2 from the 6-yard line, and don't be surprised to see a play action here and roll out into the flat. You've got your tight end on the edge right there, Mason Eder, so watch him coming off the edge on a little rollout. Actually going to be a misdirection, and that's Matt Hans into the end zone for a touchdown from 6 yards out, and that's his 2nd of the night already. Of course, he had the 39-yard touchdown earlier. This run from 6 yards out, and so Dalton DePay having himself a ball game, but so is Matt Hans in his debut as a tailback here for the Indians. I know he's got about 5 carries for over 50 yards so far and 2 scores.
What a debut.
Uh-oh, there's a snap, falls to the ground, and that Osage Indians two-point conversion attempt so far is 0 for 2, but they have the lead 12-0. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV. We'll be back after this.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
I'm open. I'm Chris Wagner of Farmers Insurance. Not only do I have great hands, Farmers Insurance has great rates. So come see us in Lake Ozark because I want to be your insurance agent. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
And we're back here on Lake TV as the Osage Indians owning the first quarter. They've got a takeaway and they've got 2 scores here in the early going, both on the legs of Matt Hans, the sophomore running back. He stands in at 6'2", weighing about 170 pounds. Now set to kick.
Looks like he's kicking off to Tayon Logan again.
Jace Hills, that's a much better kick than we've seen the first
Logan
2 times.
grabs the ball.
Nice cutback by Logan, and he's going to run forward and rumble for it all the way up to the 39, and it looks like this young Logan, he is an impressive specimen, and you saw his skills on display on that return. So, all right, just 1 minute to go here in the opening quarter of play. And Dave, if you look at the opening quarter as any indication, it's gone about as well as Osage could envision. The only thing maybe is the 2-point conversion attempts have been a little sloppy so far, but.
Well, Fulton just can't move the ball. They haven't even passed the 50-yard line once yet today in the first quarter. And there goes Logan again, nice little carry.
About 2 or 3 yards, but I'm telling you, if Trey Barrow's Fulton Hornets are going to want to keep up against these Osage Indians, they're going to have to start picking up yardage and chunks and have to start mixing it up a little bit. And so far here on their third possession, I've yet to see Evan Gray prove that he can deliver the ball with accuracy consistently. You know, he's had a couple of completions, but he's also had a couple of errant throws, and he's been sacked once, and he's been taken down at the line of scrimmage a couple of times. So Gray now takes the snap. Quick hitter to Logan, who has a hole. Little spin move, and he rumbles forward once again and taken down on the play. Number 8 for the Indians, Drew Edwards, and also in on the stop, Jacob Smith. Yeah, so Smith has been active so far defensively.
Hey, they almost got it past 50.
Up to the 49-yard line, and Fulton wants to keep this momentum going now.
See if they can get this play off before the end of the quarter.
1st and 10, they just do. No,
Not.
they just don't. And that's really a bad mistake by your senior if it's the end of a half. Luckily, that's just the end of the first quarter, so no harm, no foul. We come back. Fulton has the ball. 2nd and 7 on the 42. We'll be back after this.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
And we're back right here on Lake TV to start our second quarter of play. And just as soon as it started, the first quarter's over, just like that.
Wow, it blew by.
So 1st down and 10 now as Fulton has it on their own 49-yard line. They've yet to cross midfield, but they've got a good opportunity here. There's a nice little pass. Nice catch. Hauled in, but really nice tackle by Dalton DePay.
Who else?
Yeah, Keyshawn Maxwell made a really nice catch on a dangerous pass by quarterback Evan Gray, and Johnny on the spot, Dalton DePay once again. He looks to be a little quicker on his feet, and if you get a close look at him, partner, he's packed on a little muscle mass this offseason as well. So Dalton DePay really had a good offseason, and it is already showing here in the early going. Oh, that's a disaster of a play. Blown up in the backfield. There's Garrett Sutherland in the backfield along with, guess who? Big number 50 for the Indians, Rudy Escobar.
Yeah, number 8, Justin Leak for the Fulton Hornets, just had nowhere to go.
Well, it was a miscommunication. The lead guy was supposed to block. He took off upfield, and no Indians went with him. They just swarmed the ball carrier in the backfield, and that is a big loss. That brings up 3rd down and 18. Ball at the 41-yard line. Evan Gray out of the shotgun. 4 down linemen for the Indians. And there's going to be penalty marker here.
My guess is offensive offsides.
What is offensive offsides?
What's the offensive offsides?
You mean false start?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's a big difference.
It's the same thing, Ross.
Well, technically, we'll argue on the air. No, offsides, you come off your side onto theirs. That's why it's called offsides. False start means you start too early.
But he actually went on their side.
He started early to do so. False start. 3rd down and 19. We'll stop arguing by week 7, I promise. Evan Gray now, and there's another miscommunication.
Wide open, no one.
Incomplete, so 4th down and 19, and it looks like Fulton really going to have to figure some things out here with their communication because they just haven't been on the same page. And you see that a lot through the first couple of weeks of the season. The Indians look to be a little more crisp, a little more disciplined, and the score indicates that. They're up 12-0 here, 10:26 remaining in the first half. Those of you just tuning in, thanks for joining us for week 1 of Lake TV's high school football. And Lake now. The punt takes a bounce, fielded right there at about the 23-yard line. Hans now, he has a full head of steam across midfield with a really nice return, close to 25 yards on that return. And the Indians, excellent starting field position. They have it 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of Fulton.
Just seems everything's coming real easy to Osage tonight. I mean, Fulton's not really putting much of a fight. You can tell they're a little disorganized on offense and defense. You know, it's just the first game of the year. A lot of kinks to be worked out. But Osage definitely looks to be the more prepared team today.
You know, I'll tell you what, good camera work so far by Brennan Thompson and Ricky Smith. Really good angles thus far. Now Dalton DePay in at quarterback. Again, there's the handoff, first carry of the game. Keenan Webb, the senior running back, and he's got good yardage. He's got about 11 or 12 up to about the 36.
Yeah, Osage, they're about the 4th or 5th running back touched the ball tonight.
Yeah, they've got a slew of them. Quick hitter, and that's Keenan Webb once again, and that's one of the sophomores that Ross Reinhardt told us to look out for. He gives us, you know, he's been involved in the youth football league for a long time, had a lot of these kids come up through him, and one of the guys he said you got to keep an eye on is Keenan Webb. He also mentioned Sam Keim and Jesse Schillinger. All 3 guys, sophomores, to keep an eye on, and Osage has a slew of underclassmen we've got to keep an eye on. So DePay now rolls out, pump fake, throws, looking to the end zone, and that is knocked down. Should have been intercepted by Leak for Fulton, who makes a nice defensive play. And I'll tell you, DePay does a really nice job extending plays, trying to let his receivers break free. And that was just a really good job by Fulton secondary to stay home, know that their guys are streaking downfield, and to keep up with them. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 now for the Indians.
I guarantee you Leak wishes he had another shot at that ball.
Yeah, I mean, it was right in his hands. He's just underthrown by DePay, and if he puts both hands on it, pulls it in, that's an easy, sure interception and probably a big momentum shifter for the Fulton Hornets. So
something they need desperately.
Yeah, definitely do. Now 3rd down and 6. DePay with the cutback. He's got it up to about the 26-yard line. He's going to be very close to first down yardage here. We'll see where they spot him.
I bet we're going to have to do a measurement here.
I'm going to say he's got the first down based on where they spotted it. I think they are going to call out for a measurement, but my prediction is he's got it. So it is short break for an official.
Just for the sake of an argument, I'll say he's just a little short.
They already called it a first down.
Oh. Well, you win. But how do they know for sure they didn't measure?
That's right. I mean, I don't trust these referees as far as I
come
can
on.
throw them.
There he goes, rumbling, stumbling.
Yeah, nice carry right
Jack
there.
Dooley again.
Yeah, Dooley's had himself a nice game so far
It's just
as well.
funny, you know, last year watching Magnuson and Hutchcraft just take that ball and, you know, linebacker size running backs running the ball. And this year it's totally different backfield.
Yeah, you know, last year Nick Riley wore number 13. He was pretty big with those shoulder pads, and Dooley just not quite the same build, but very effective. Now, here's our
nice
man,
cut.
Keenan Webb, to the house from 15 yards out, and the Indians up 18-0, and just like that, the sophomore sensation gets 3 carries on the drive, and very, very effective in the Indians. It's all Osage at 8:49 left in the opening half here. They lead already 18-0, and the only capacity of this ball game they're not dominating in is in these extra point attempts or this conversion attempt. We'll see if they can't get that squared away. And what an interesting formation.
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, boy, he was upended. Was number 77.
It's a good idea to have your big lineman run the ball down there in the goal line, but if you can't hang on to the ball, that's not going to do any good.
All right, so the 2-point conversion no good. With 8:49 left in the first half, 18-0, Osage out in front. We'll be back after this.
This Lake TV Game of the Week, powered by Como Connect, is brought to you by Como Connect, Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Aris Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, Wilson Tollener CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Open. I'm Chris Wagner of Farmers Insurance. Not only do I have great hands, Farmers Insurance has great rates. So come see us in Lake Ozark because I want to be your insurance agent. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are farmers.
And we're back here, and it is all Osage Indians and their 2018 home opener right here on Lake TV. I'm William Holtz, joined by Dave Glendenning, and I'll tell you what, 18-0 here in the early going, and if you had stripped it the way the season started for the Osage Indians, it would look just about like this.
Yeah, mistake-free ball and turnovers. It's a great start.
Fielded inside the 20. Keyshawn Maxwell with the return. He has a good return across the 40 and very nearly lost the football, but he's able to hold on to it and all the way up to the 46, and that, my friend, was a heck of a return.
It looked like Logan Havner was in on the tackle for the Osage Indians.
Boy, you see the ball jarred free and very nearly lost it. You get so excited you forget to take the football with you. That's something I would do. So 8:39 left here in the second quarter. And still in there at quarterback, Evan Gray. And I'll tell you, Dave, I thought maybe we might see one of these other quarterbacks with the ineffectiveness of the Fulton Hornets so far.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem to be getting any rhythm at all, but
Gray now, snap. He's going to give it to Logan, who has a good cutback run inside the 45, and his knee goes down at about the 42-yard line. That's going to be good for 12 yards and a Fulton first down. So there's a quick hitter and a nice play for the Hornets.
great downfield blocking by John Holkamp. for the Fulton Hornets. Sprung him for an extra 5 yards.
Another hitter to Logan, same area. He cuts back, and there's an illegal block in the back. Logan's knee touched the ground, but they let him keep running unless he was able to keep it up. It looks like he was, and he has another Hornet first down, and back-to-back plays here for Fulton.
Yeah, looking good. And he was pushed out of bounds by Logan Havener for Osage. Yeah, this is the best 2 plays back-to-back Fulton's had all night.
And I'm telling you, I mean, I know that 18-0 seems overwhelming, but if you get a score and then get a 3 and out, I mean, you're right back in the game.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
We've seen some crazy things at this field, partner.
Indeed, sir.
All right, little slow developing play. Has his man out in the flat, and guess who's there?
Oh,
Mr. Sure-handed tackler, Dalton to pay, drags Justin Leak down for a loss of 4, and that is Leak's 3rd tackle for a loss already.
This has already reminded me of a couple games last year that Dupay took over single-handedly, literally.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
And one of them was on this field last year, and it was quite impressive.
Man, he is just everywhere. Logan once again. He's shifty, another good cutback. Now inside spin, and he gets a big chunk of that yardage right back up to the 21-yard line. We'll give him 13, and he is just shy of a first down. That's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Well, that Logan, he's got some giddy up in his step, I'll tell you what.
He kind of reminds me of today's LaShawn McCoy. He's very shifty on his feet, stops on a dime, and he also, another thing he does that Shady does, kind of holds the ball out there a little carelessly. You know, you watch him, he gets out there so shifty, he's just kind of carrying it like it's not his child.
Maybe Coach Johnson will have something to say about that at halftime.
Nice recognition right there. And I'm telling you what, that's the best play of the night as wide receiver Will Privier Fryrear. The sophomore pulls that in, and he's got a big-time gain down to the 7-yard line. And quarterback Evan Gray recognized that there was soft coverage at the bottom of your screen, and he just called hike, threw it immediately to Fryrear, and he takes it all the way down to the 7-yard line where the Fulton Hornets have 1st and goal. Gray now out of the shotgun. Of course, Tayon Logan in the backfield with him. Logan going to take the snap up the middle. Nice cutback and into the end zone is Logan for his first score of the year. And the Fulton Hornets on the scoreboard, and really nice cutback. And that was 3 or 4 incredibly impressive runs. That drive really did belong to Tayon Logan for the Fulton Hornets.
Yeah, Logan and his supporting cast. He definitely had some holes there where he wasn't breaking tackles through some of those runs. But yeah, very impressive runs by Logan on that drive.
Yeah, that kind of quiets the crowd a little bit. Right back in it now, and we'll see what Fulton elects to do here. And the extra point, 6.5 miles high. It's up and it's good. So 18-7, 6:31 left in the opening half of play. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
Lake of the Ozarks is not only beautiful, but it's the #1 recreational lake in the country. Did you know that the Lake of the Ozarks has a local TV station dedicated to the lake and nothing but the lake? Lake TV is dedicated to showcasing and promoting the Lake of the Ozarks lifestyle, events, businesses, attractions, and incredible people across the entire Midwest. Turn on Lake TV and watch the shootout and lake race live, along with local event documentaries such as Aquapalooza, boat shows, and other local content and event features. Lake TV is also home to live high school football every Friday during football season and features the lake's only local TV newscast. If it's happening at the Lake of the Ozarks, chances are you can catch it on Lake TV. Find us on Charter Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, on our Roku channel, or streaming 24/7 at mylaketv.com. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. It's time to experience the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks like never before, only on Lake TV.
Welcome back here to Lake TV's coverage of high school football for week 1 of the 2018 Missouri State High School Activities Association opener here across the state of Missouri. Of course, we have the astute pleasure of being in Kaiser, Missouri, home of the Osage Indians here, and the Indians out in front over Fulton 18-7 with 6:31 left in the first half of play.
And that was a really, really big drive for Fulton, for the Fulton Hornets, that one. If they would have went in halftime 18-zip, and I believe they'll be kicking off beginning of the second half.
Indeed, yeah, they're going to kick the ball to the Indians. Couldn't really afford to go down anymore. Already trailing by 3 scores, but with the touchdown and extra point. Only an 11-point game now, and we'll see if they can't gain some momentum. For those of you tuning in and dealing with technical issues through Charter Spectrum on their end, we do apologize, trying to get everything squared away. Do bear with us. If we could get reports for anyone watching out there, if you comment on the Facebook stream and let us know how that looks. We've got reports. It's not on the stream, just on the TV side. So let us know if that report is accurate. 6:31 left here in the opening half of play. And, you know, our guy, Ross, he mentioned it, the first 2 carries for Logan, he was -5 yards and a fumble, and since then he's really turned some heads and made some plays for his Fulton Hornets. So set to kick now for the Hornets. Justin Leake, the senior. High end over end kick.
It's going to Sutherland.
Oh, that took a very good bounce for Fulton. Sutherland backs way up now, crosses the field. Oh! That was on the turf and wisely recovered. Trevor Ralston.
Boy, Dooley
Johnny
was there.
on the spot.
Dooley was in the right place at the right time.
I think it was Trevor Ralston actually with the recovery. Yeah, number 17 had that. So Osage holds on, and they've got it 1st and 10 now at the 18-yard line. But, ooh, that one almost ended up disastrous for the Indians. And you talk about a momentum shift. Had Fulton grabbed that football, they would have been dancing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially after their offense looked to get in sync a little bit that last drive.
Yeah, even the quarterback Gray really started to show a little more confidence delivering the football. DePay now, quick hitter, no, fakes the handoff, keeps the football and rumbles forward. He's got about 4 yards on the carry.
Latrellis Colbert on the tackle, as in Stephen Colbert. We got all the names all figured out by Ross before the game. He set us straight. So not Colbert, Colbert.
Yeah, Ross Reinhardt this year, program director. And
he's our etymology director as well.
Etymology, yeah, study of words, making sure we're using the right words. DePay now under center. Quick hitter. That's Dooley now. Nice lead block right there. Big number 78. Ryan Moore just pushing Hornets out of the way like they are literal Hornets. Shoe fly, don't bother me. He's just pushing those guys off the line at will.
Well, when you're 6'4", 265, you tend to be able to do that with ease.
Yeah, and he's doing it very effectively. So another first down for the Indians. They've got it at the 33-yard line. DePay, quick hitter. Dooley now tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and that is a modest gain of about 3. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Looks like Cody Settles for the Fulton Hornets was in on the tackle.
Cody Settles on the stop for Fulton. He's up a 2nd down and 7.
And again, no huddle offense, just kind of meandering up to the line.
Dooley now, very patient, waits for it. Ooh, rolled up on number 71. Hopefully he's okay. Robert Custer, he bounces up.
And they're continuing what you mentioned earlier in the first quarter, that they're just running up the gut and seeing if these guys can stop them.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 4. We'll see if Osage keeps the drive alive or if Fulton's able to give the football back to their offense as this first half winds down. Little play action. DePay now shift. He cuts back across, and he very nearly has the first down, but what a hit put on Dalton DePay. Big number 44, Latrellis Colbert in there, and that is going to be very close to a first down.
I say it's first down, Will.
Yeah, they call it a first down. So, man, DePay with a heck of a play to shift across, and I'm telling you what, don't make that play, you lose 2 or 3 yards and you're punting the football. Instead, fresh set of downs, have an opportunity to extend this lead before the half and get the football back. Dalton DePay doing all things right so far. Slow developing play. It's Dooley to the outside, and nice tackle once again. Latrellis Colbert now, he's really racking up the tackle total here in the first half. Still a 4-yard gain, which we can live with that. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Oop, toss. And we got a first down.
That's Hans, the outside, little sweep right, and he's outside to the 45-yard line. And another first down for the Indians. And I'll tell you what, by looking at the crowd, you would think the Indians might be trailing.
First game of the year, you know, they got to get warmed up here.
People, I wouldn't say that people aren't as passionate about football as I am, but they certainly don't express it in the same way.
No one is as passionate as you are, William.
All right, now, DePay now. Nice play. He's got Garrett Sutherland, who cuts back across, and he's up to the 31-yard line. He's got 14 yards and another first down here with 2:40 left in the first half.
Sutherland is just such a great, tall target to throw the ball to, and he's almost sure-handed every time he gets the ball.
Ralston rushes off now. 2:35 as the clock continues to tick here in Osage. They hold on to their 18-7 lead. Here under center's DePay. He has Hans up the middle, and he's hit hard and taken down after a gain of a couple.
So, Will, you're going to burn some of your timeouts here and try to make another score?
Talking about for Fulton?
Your Coach Johnson? No.
No, not with it inside the 30 with clock stopping on a first down. There's still 2 minutes to go. If you're Fulton, you may consider doing that to try to get the ball back. But no, not with 2 minutes to go, I wouldn't think.
No, that was a legal procedure. Oh, encroachment.
I would quit guessing the penalties, and I would quit making up penalties too, partner.
I can make up whatever I want. Okay? NFL does it, so I might as well.
Oh, that kid was tardy to acquire 15-yard penalty on Fulton. You're a mess. You are an absolute mess, and I love it. Minute 50 left in the opening half of play here. Play clock down underneath 10. DePay under center. It's Hans, and
ooh, guess who again?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Latrellis Colbert, he is a playmaker on defense, and he spots that football like white on rice. I mean, he is on it.
If I were Osage, I'd be looking at throwing over top of Colbert.
Right, yeah, trying to exploit the secondary. And I'll tell you what, it's not going to be the same watching the Osage Indians without one Austin Magnuson. Nice first down.
They got it.
Run on 3rd and short this time. It's Dooley, the ball carrier, and he's got about 3 or 4, and that's another first down.
This looks like they're on the 18-yard line. Minute 7 to go.
You would think these Osage fans were like out in the water on the poker run all day or shooting video all day because they look worn out.
Yeah, kind of like our play-by-play announcer here tonight. He wasn't out in the rain running around chasing poker run boats all day. No.
Yeah, actually, Lake TV had a blast today shooting the poker run as part of the 30th anniversary Lake of the Ozarks shootout. That was quite an event. We were early start about 8 o'clock this morning, and we got done about 5 just in time to get here. But you would think all these people were with us because they all look worn down.
And sunburned.
No, there was not much sun out there today. It was.
Oh, it'll come through those clouds, Will. Trust me. Trust me. Especially with your pasty skin, you better watch it.
Ouch. That's mean.
No, it's not.
Pay now. Got
Boy,
his man.
slow moving, waiting for his tackler or his blockers.
That's Hans once again, and he takes a late hit after he hits the turf. He has it up to the 12-yard line, and that's about 11 yards, and very encouraging on second and long, or first and long. That's going to bring up second down and 4 now.
He was just taking a sweet time trying to set up his blockers there. He probably could have got a little bit more if he got ahead of steam and kind of ran as hard as he could up the gut there, but we'll see what they got going on here in second down.
DePeno out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to get to the outside and into the end zone for a touchdown. The Indians answer right back now. They regain the big advantage. They are up 24-7, 38.2 seconds left in the second quarter before we go to halftime. But, boy, that was big for the Indians. They ate a lot of clock there. Very, like you said, lackadaisical on the drive, and they're not going to leave Fulton a whole lot of time to try to do something prior to halftime.
Yeah, and the way Fulton's been playing, I don't think 38 seconds is going to do much for them at all in their offense. Really, they haven't thrown a ball past 10 yards down the field yet tonight.
Yeah, and you wonder if they try to do too much back there on their own end, that could end up biting them in the foot.
Mm-hmm. It might be wise just to wrap this up and go to halftime.
Biting in the butt and shooting in the foot. I can't combine the two.
I don't, Ross,
All
etymology
right, we're going to take
professor.
a short commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Who doesn't love free tickets, dinners, and attraction passes? Did you know that by simply liking Lake TV's Facebook page, you're eligible to participate in our weekly Facebook giveaway? Lake TV has concert and show tickets, minor mics and big surf passes, along with lake apparel and car washes. You could even win dinners to Captain Ron's, JJ's at the Copper Pot, or chances are along with many others. And don't forget about gift cards to one of the lake's hottest shops. So, what are you waiting for? Go to Lake TV on Facebook and maybe you'll be our next big winner.
Back here on Lake TV now, 24-7. Osage still trying to figure out what they're going to do on this conversion attempt. As you just saw our social media giveaway promo, we're giving away 5 VIP pairs of tickets to the Winona show tomorrow night at the Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, and that is a sold-out show. And we've got 5 pairs of VIP tickets that we're going to be announcing the winner of late tonight. And then we're also giving away 2 rounds of golf with cart included and an iguana t-shirt on our Facebook page. So make sure you guys hop over and participate in those.
Now that's Winona Judd, right, Will?
I'm not sure. To pay now into the flat. He's got his man. Just like that. That play action works as he has Dooley in the flat. The 2-point conversion is good, and Osage extends their lead. It's 26-7. Osage leads. We'll be back after this. Back here on Lake TV as we wind down here on the opening half of play from School of the Osage in Kaiser, Missouri. I'm William Holtz alongside Dave Glendenning for tonight's Lake TV high school football game of the week. That one fielded by Keyshawn Maxwell. He's got good room to the outside, and he's dragged down at about the 31-yard line with 30 seconds remaining. And now the question is, Dave, if you're Fulton, do you press your luck here and try to push the ball down the field, or are you conservative and just try to go in and regroup at halftime down 19?
Well, they've shown absolutely no proclivity to making anything happen down the field, so I would run the ball until halftime's up. You know, play it safe.
What word did you just say?
Ask our etymology professor.
What is it? What'd you say?
You honestly didn't hear me?
I did. I want you to repeat it.
Proclivity.
All right, etymologist, is that a word? Proclivity.
So, see, our etymologist guy doesn't even know. Here we go. Cannon arm? No.
I like that. I like that shot, though, right there. So 2nd down and 10, and I think we have our answer, Dave, after the incomplete pass over the middle. Now looking at, it's going to come back in. Nice play coming back to the football. Luke Funderbunk, the sophomore, I believe that was, out in the flat. Yeah, nice play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now with 19 seconds to go. So good word usage. We do have proof that proclivity is a word and it was properly used. Just want to make sure.
Oh, thank you, William.
Absolutely.
I did attend college for 6 years. Osmosis is a heck of a thing.
Oh, look at the spin move by Logan. It didn't turn out to be a ton, and it looks like the first half winds down as we're inside 10 seconds, and Fulton faces a 4th and 7. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short commercial break, and then we'll be back with our Quick Car halftime show. At the break, the Osage Indians out in front over the Fulton Hornets. It is 26-7. We'll be back in a moment after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
I'm open. I'm Chris Wagner of Farmers Insurance. Not only do I have great hands, Farmers Insurance has great rates. So come see us in Lake Ozark because I want to be your insurance agent. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are farmers.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Lake of the Ozarks is not only beautiful, but it's the #1 recreational lake in the country. Did you know that the Lake of the Ozarks has a local TV station dedicated to the lake and nothing but the lake? Lake TV is dedicated to showcasing and promoting the Lake of the Ozarks lifestyle, events, businesses, attractions, and incredible people across the entire Midwest. Turn on Lake TV and watch the shootout and lake race live, along with local event documentaries such as Aquapalooza, boat shows, and other local content and event features. Lake TV is also home to live high school football every Friday during football season and features the lake's only local TV newscast. If it's happening at the Lake of the Ozarks, chances are you can catch it on Lake TV. Find us on Charter Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, on our Roku channel, or streaming 24/7 at mylaketv.com. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. It's time to experience the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks like never before, only on Lake TV.
Who doesn't love free tickets, dinners, and attraction passes? Did you know that by simply liking Lake TV's Facebook page, you're eligible to participate in our weekly Facebook giveaway? Lake TV has concert and show tickets, minor mics, and big surf passes, along with lake apparel and car washes. You could even win dinners to Captain Ron's, JJ's at the Copper Pot, or chances are, along with many others. And don't forget about gift cards to one of the lake's hottest shops. So, what are you waiting for? Go to Lake TV on Facebook and maybe you'll be our next big winner.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Welcome to Shawnee Bluff Winery and Vineyard. Order from a full menu including our tasty brick oven pizza. Shawnee Bluff Winery has an amazing assortment of local made wines by the glass or bottle, and live music to enjoy them by. We even have quaint lakeside rooms to easily turn your visit into a vacation. Just 7 scenic miles down Route 54, look for Missouri's largest wine bottle, marking the entrance to Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, where you can relax among the grapevines and enjoy the beautiful view. The vineyard offers a beautiful setting for our live concerts all summer long, from names like Clint Black, Charlie Daniels, 38 Special, and many more. When it comes to events, Shawnee Bluff Winery and Vineyard has you covered. Our event coordinator is there to help you every step of the way. The winery has options for small gatherings up to 30 indoors or groups under the tent with a 14-mile panoramic view of the lake. Our 50-acre vineyard is home to our 5,000 square foot facility that can handle up to 300 guests and all the amenities you might need for your big day or event. So whether you're looking for some great wine and food or views and celebrations, the winery and vineyard at Shawnee Bluff has everything you need to make your getaway unforgettable.
My father, Eris Pardalis, grew up in Greece. When he arrived here 50 years ago, he brought with him a taste of his childhood, a delicacy he would introduce to Missouri that brought joy to the taste buds of America. Pizza. Pizza so perfect, it could only have the Eris name. Eris's Pizza. We've been building communities around delicious food since 1961 and making friends for life.
Make your fantasy a reality this season at Big Park. Rocket yourself down Zambezi Falls. Enjoy a relaxing ride down the Lazy River. Or grab a tube and head down our whitewater rapids. You're sure to find fun for the whole family this summer right at the Lake of the Ozarks.
It's a vacation within a vacation. Big Surf.
Get your tickets now at BigSurfWaterPark.com.
This Lake TV Game of the Week, powered by Como Connect, is brought to you by Como Connect, Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Aris Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, Wilson Tollener CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics. It's time for the Quick Car Halftime Show. Here's William and Dave.
Welcome back. It's your Quick Car Halftime Show on Lake TV. And at the break, partner, as you see, 26-7, it's all Osage Indians.
Yeah, soon to be looked like the first quarter and the first half of the second quarter looked like Fulton had no reason to even be here for this game. But then they stepped it up, got a touchdown, they're right back into it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was a very fast start for Osage. They kicked off to Fulton in our second play from scrimmage. Dalton DePay stripped Tavon Logan, recovered the fumble. Osage ended up scoring on the legs of Matt Hans, and just another sequence later, Hans scored again to put Osage up 2. The numbers on Hans through the first half, he has 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in his first half as the featured back. And honestly, he may not even be the featured back because Jack Dooley, he's having a heck of a first half as well. I don't know the official numbers on him, but he's had himself a good first half as well. Also for Osage, Dalton DePay, 5 tackles, 2 for a loss, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. He's also thrown the football a couple of times, and then DePay on the ground, 89 yards and a touchdown. He's already done it all.
Mm-hmm. And for Fulton, Colbert, he's already had 12 tackles in the first half, one-man wrecking crew. I think Coach Johnson needs just to put a couple hats on him in the second half to kind of take him out of the game, and they'll have a lot easier time on offense, obviously, because he's just blowing up a lot of their plays.
Yeah, and he does a great job lined up at that middle linebacker position. As soon as the ball is snapped, he reads the play in the backfield. He sees the eyes of whether the ball carrier or the quarterback, and a lot of times there's a tick or there's a read because if a quarterback's going to hand the football off, maybe he does something a little differently than if he's going to keep it. And if that's the case, I can tell you that Latrellis Colbert knows exactly what that is.
Yeah, and he's got just amazing anticipation out there, like you said. I mean, he sniffs out the play immediately, and he isn't the quickest guy. He's a really big middle linebacker, so let's keep an eye on him this second half. Let's see if Osage makes some adjustments and puts 2 guys and 2 hats on him, and we'll see what happens here in the second half.
Yeah, but if you were to double what Colbert did, the exact same thing, if he repeats that in the second half and ends up with 24 tackles, but his team plays the same, it's going to end up being 52-14, and it's going to be all she wrote. So Osage doesn't really need to change anything they're doing. I think Colbert's just really the only player for Fulton defensively that's all over the place and making plays, so he's standing out to us on the stat sheet. But if you're Osage, you'll take that stat all night long if the scoreboard looks like it does. As far as offense for Fulton, the quarterback, Trevor Gray, is not having his best ball game in his first, game as a starter. He had a few last year. He started late in the year due to injury. He's 3 for 7 for 16 yards. And if Fulton wants to get back in this ball game, they're going to have to spread the football out offensively, and that's going to start with their quarterback.
Yeah, it's not going to cut it. 16 yards in the first half. We're not going to win any games, I think, throwing for that few amount of yards unless you're the Eldon Mustangs from last season. Yeah. But, they're got the lean on Logan again. He had 54 yards and a touchdown running the ball for Fulton. He was their main bright spot, I think, on offense here in the first half. So maybe give him some more touches, see if they can turn the tide around.
Yeah, and if you're Trey Barrow, you did see some positives because you're right, Logan has had a really, really good first half. He's been very shifty. Take away the opening possession fumble that led to Osage points. He looks really shifty. However, your play calling has become a bit predictable if you're the Fulton Hornets, and Osage has shown they can stop it. Why not get him out in space, maybe some quick hitters, some swing passes out of the backfield, maybe set up a screen, or maybe even a halfback option pass, but you have to mix it up because Osage defensively is winning at the point of attack, and they're also winning on the scoreboard, which is most important.
And they're not challenging Osage downfield. Osage's defense, they're just playing up close to the line of scrimmage and attacking. And really, they have no reason to send any safeties deep because they're not threatening them at all. They're just throwing quick little screen passes and 5-yard outs. You know, that's really all they're doing. Pretty vanilla offense.
Yeah, and so far they've really showed their hand, that being the Fulton Hornets. But back to the Osage Indians in front of a home crowd, the 2018 home opener. They've won 6 of their last 8 against these Fulton Hornets, and they look like they could be on their way to win 7 of 9 contests and start the 2018 season 1-0, but still unfinished business as you have a whole half of football left to play. So we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be back on the Quick Car halftime show after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
I'm open. I'm Chris Wagner of Farmers Insurance. Not only do I have great hands, Farmers Insurance has great rates. So come see us in Lake Ozark because I want to be your insurance agent. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are farmers.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Lake of the Ozarks is not only beautiful, but it's the #1 recreational lake in the country. Did you know that the Lake of the Ozarks has a local TV station dedicated to the lake and nothing but the lake? Lake TV is dedicated to showcasing and promoting the Lake of the Ozarks lifestyle, events, businesses, attractions, and incredible people across the entire Midwest. Turn on Lake TV and watch the shootout and lake race live, along with local event documentaries such as Aquapalooza, boat shows, and other local content and event features. Lake TV is also home to live high school football every Friday during football season and features the lake's only local TV newscast. If it's happening at the Lake of the Ozarks, chances are you can catch it on Lake TV. Find us on Charter Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, on our Roku channel, or streaming 24/7 at mylaketv.com. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. It's time to experience the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks like never before, only on Lake TV.
Back here on Lake TV as we wrap up our Quick Car halftime show, and as we get ready to kick off here in the second half, a couple of things if you're Osage. keep your foot on the gas pedal. Do not get lackadaisical, and do not play not to lose. That's typically where things go south. Another thing, if you're Osage, get your young guys that aren't in there in the fourth quarter maybe an opportunity to play. You never know when an injury is going to strike, and it's never too soon to start looking ahead to next year. I know it's week 1, but the reason a lot of these young underclassmen are stepping up and playing so well in their first varsity start is because they got valuable minutes over the last couple of years. If you're Fulton, you have to push the ball down the field. And this opening drive for Osage, they can't score. You put yourself down over 4 scores to start the second half. Ball game over. If you're Fulton, you got to do that and maybe get a takeaway. Find a way to get Osage to turn the ball over. They can do those things. You never know what could happen.
So essentially you're saying Fulton needs to stop here and to continue in the game. Osage goes down, scores, could be lights out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which I think is possible. I think it's very possible, but I wouldn't count Fulton out quite yet.
I'm interested to see if Trevor Gray comes back out at quarterback for them to start the second half, because all of this talk about all 3 quarterbacks surrounding the start of the game, and all we've seen is a very sluggish Trevor Gray, and we'll see if they don't do something different about that. So that's going to conclude tonight's Quick Gar halftime show. Dave Glendenning, William Holtz will be back after this with the second half.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Who doesn't love free tickets, dinners, and attraction passes? Did you know that by simply liking Lake TV's Facebook page, you're eligible to participate in our weekly Facebook giveaway? Lake TV has concert and show tickets, minor mics, and big surf passes, along with lake apparel and car washes. You could even win dinners to Captain Ron's, JJ's at the Copper Pot, or chances are, along with many others. And don't forget about gift cards to one of the lake's hottest shops. So, what are you waiting for? Go to Lake TV on Facebook, and maybe you'll be our next big winner. Who doesn't love free tickets, dinners, and attraction passes? Did you know?
Welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football right here at beautiful School of the Osage in Kaiser, Missouri. And the Fulton Hornets set to kick off here. 26-7, they find themselves down to start the second half. And be interesting to see what transpires here over the next 2 quarters. But if you're Osage, you got to feel good about where you sit.
Yeah, and Fulton, it's time to start playing for real now. All those summer practices, all those long two-a-days. Let's see if you learned something.
Don't forget, folks, Lake TV's coverage of high school football doesn't end after the game. We've got our Black and White Roofing postgame show, and we'll be off the air late tonight and back with you early tomorrow morning for the 30th annual Lake of the Ozarks Shootout, brought to you by Performance Boat Center. Of course, our program director, Ross Reinhardt, he'll be switching that back at the Lake TV studio, and you can catch that on Como Connect Channel 90. You can catch that on Charter Channel 197, and for the first time in the Lake of the Ozarks Shootout history, we are part of history. Lake TV will be your home to the Facebook stream for all the action this weekend, 9 to 5 both days. But first, high school football. Sutherland fields it out at the 21-yard line. Goes across the field, finds a hole, and there he goes. Across the 40, up to the 45, taken out at the 47. But the back judge does throw in a marker. And we'll wait for that. But, man, I'll tell you what, big Garrett Sutherland, he's pretty shifty on those feet.
He likes running east and west, too. But once he does find a seam, and he tends to turn it upfield and make some yardage.
Quit it. What a night for football. It's not muggy. It's not too hot. It's
I don't know.
beautiful.
We're in air conditioning, Will. Can we say that?
We can absolutely talk about the beautiful facilities provided here by School of the Osage. They wanted to find out our preferences, and they built this beautiful box. We have our own beautiful press box here, and I'm telling you what, School of the Osage always does an awesome job when we come in to cover any events or any sports. They roll out the red carpet for us, and so shout out to the district at Osage and also at the athletic director here, Clint Hagan, his second year, and we've loved working with the crew here. And then also the tech department, Eric Martin, he's been a joy to work with as well.
Like Dooley on the carry for about a couple.
And if you're Osage, you have no issue picking up 2 to 4 yards of carry, letting that clock wind. I mean, you're up right now 19 points, which is 3 scores.
Absolutely no reason to take any chances here in the second half.
Outside now, Matt Hans the carry. Lead blocked by Drew Edwards, and oh my goodness, that is a bone-rattling hit by guess who? It is our man, Latrellis Colbert, forces the fumble, recovered by Byron Maxwell and Fulton. We talked about getting a takeaway to start the second half, and they did just that. Matt Hans was just upended by Latrellis Colbert, and my goodness, a one-man wrecking crew. Wow.
He's back at it, and boy, after that tackle, he had to flex if you didn't notice.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the veins in his arm from up here. He is an absolute specimen as well. Wow. Got to make sure, and you see getting checked out on the sideline for going through the concussion protocol. That's Matt Hans. We'll keep you updated on that as that transpires. A little swing pass, intercepted! At midfield, he's gonna go to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the house, touchdown! Dalton DePay from 55 yards, read the quarterback's eyes, and oh baby, it's all Osage Indians, and Dalton DePay continues to show us why he was a player to keep an eye on coming into this game. Wow.
And again, that was just another little dink and dunk pass that he just took it to the house. They were just waiting on defense for that.
I keep calling Evan Gray Trevor Gray. It's Evan Gray, but I mean, that was a throw that he looked at the receiver the whole way, and then he threw a very soft pass into the flat. You know you're going to have a cornerback or a linebacker sitting there depending on what zone scheme Osage is in. You can't throw that pass. And if you do, you have to throw it hard. You can't loft it out there, because that, my friend, will be the easiest interception of Dalton DePay's career, and he had nothing but green pasture in front of him. Here's the give. Nice cut. That time, is that Edwards, or is that... This time, it's Keenan Webb, the sophomore sensation. So Osage, they cough up the football, but they get it right back on the DePay interception, and they lead 34-7. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
My father, Eris Pardalis, grew up in Greece. When he arrived here 50 years ago, he brought with him a taste of his childhood, a delicacy he would introduce to Missouri that brought joy to the taste buds of America. Pizza. Pizza so perfect, it could only have the Eris name. Eris's Pizza. We've been building communities around delicious food since 1961 and making friends for life.
And welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of high school football. We open the 2018 season right here at School of the Osage, where the Indians are putting one on the Fulton Hornets. That's a leak up to about the 34-yard line, and Fulton, they're going to take over. And I wouldn't be surprised if Evan Gray doesn't get spelled here. You know, I know it's a tough position, but it just hasn't been a good start to his season, and I think we're going to see someone different now in there at quarterback.
Yeah, so far I'm not seeing number 12 out there.
Yeah, now it's our guy, number 7. Ross was talking about him in the pregame.
Woodrow Foster.
We're going to see what he brings to the table, and Ross was very hot on him in the pregame, so we'll see what Woodrow can do.
Well, he can hand the ball off, that's for sure.
Anybody could hand the ball off to this guy. It's Logan. There is a flag down. He's all the way down to the 11-yard line, but I think this one's coming back. And, yeah, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback. You hand the ball to Tayon Logan, he's going to do some things for you, but this one could be coming back. And no reason for a hold at that point in time. I mean, he was already 30 yards downfield. No reason. That's just a lazy play. And as a coach, I'm looking over at our program director, Ross Reinhardt. He's shaking his head. And the reason is, as a football coach, those kind of plays will drive you crazy because they're just unnecessary. And you see what it does to your team. Logan with the ball all the way into Osage territory. As a matter of fact, made it into the Case IH red zone, and it's going to come back due to a hold. Can't afford to have that happen.
Wow. It's about a 40-yard penalty.
So they are going to get positive yardage on the play. However, it's going to be 1st and 20. No, 1st and 10. Okay, I was going to say it shouldn't be 1st and 20. Woodrow Foster now tucks and keeps it. He's quick on his feet outside. Still on his feet. Look at that run by the young man. 15 yards downfield up to the 34-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what. Dipsy Daisy, first guy missed, stayed on his feet, and that's a nice little run for the young man.
Yeah, Woodrow's got real low center of gravity, it appears, for me. And he's just like a little bowling ball out there. Boom, 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 going through the defense.
And shifty, I mean, because Osage had the play spelled in the backfield. But Woodrow Foster in his first play from scrimmage that counts was a heck of a good one. So down to the 31, so that's going to give him 16 yards on the play. And Woodrow Foster really, really looks good on that one. We'll see if he can't keep this momentum going for the Fulton Hornets. They find themselves down 34-7. Quick hitter to Logan, and he's going to be bottled up by about 6 of the 11 Indian defenders on the field. That's going to bring him 2nd down and 10 now.
Great team tackle by Osage. And really, if you're Fulton, I mean, got the new quarterback in. They really haven't been testing the Indians downfield at all tonight. There's going to be one throw in the first half, but that was it.
And it was a miscommunication, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, he threw it.
Yeah.
20 yards away from anybody.
Yeah, but this is the first series with Woodrow Foster. We'll see what he has. Little play action, tries to get outside. He's in trouble. But look at him go. I mean, that definitely looked like it had to be a sack. And this kid that Ross Reinhardt, you know, turned us on to before the pregame, we had an idea that number 7 may make an appearance. But I'll tell you what, that was a whole new level of speed because he was dead in his tracks, turned on the burners and beat a handful of Indians to the edge. And because of that, he has a 5-yard gain, going to bring up a manageable 3rd and 6 with the ball spotted at the Osage 32-yard line. I spot one, Darren Keim, general manager, Big Surf Water Park, also one of our gold sponsors for tonight's game. Thanks to Darren and Big Surf Water Park, not just for sponsoring live high school football, but also for all they do for the community. And with that being said, it's Mason Etter. He falls on the errant snap, and the Indians, with their 3rd takeaway of the game, give it right back to Dalton DePay and the offense. And they've got it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looks like much of the same from the first half here early on in the 3rd quarter.
The only thing that would have made that better is if Sam Keim would have recovered that fumble. Seeing I was talking about his dad, Darren Keim. Of course, Ross brought Mr. Keim up the booth last year, and we got a chance to meet him. Ross used to work with him. I think actually, Ross, did Darren introduce you and your wife?
We both work for him.
Yeah, they met working for Darren at Big
hands
Surf
off to
Water Park.
Looks like Dooley.
If Tisha's out there listening, just wanted to give you a shout out.
Yeah, excuse me, Webb. So yeah, from here on out, really, it's still a lot of time in this game left. I just expect Osage just to pound it down at the gut of the Fulton defense. Some fresh air.
Yeah, I like that better. All right, now to pay the quick hitter. That's Webb once again. He stumbles forward. He's at midfield, and he's close to a first down.
Stephen Johnson on the stop for Fulton.
Yeah, I feel more part of things out here.
Yeah. It's a little sterile environment before. Don't need to look that one up for you too well.
You speak for yourself. So third down and a short one here for the Indians. Ball at midfield, 8:20 left in the third quarter. Looks like Edwards gonna call his own number. Oh, no one's to pay once again. He's got a first down, and that's gonna be a fresh set of downs for the Indians.
7-yard gain on the play. That'll be enough for another Osage. First and 10 for the Indians.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, for Coach Devin Johnson, week one couldn't have started much better, and I'll tell you what, you lost all that, but you look like you've got some players stepping in to some big-time roles here for the Indians. They're doing very well. To pay now. The quick give. Keenan Webb tries to get outside, and he'll be stopped after a gain of about 3 as he works his way inside the 40-yard line of Fulton.
Tackled by Jacoby Smith from the Fulton Hornets.
Jacob Huey on the stop for Fulton. 4-yard gain brings up a second down and 6.
So it's looking like Osage is just kind of sticking with this one whiteout set all game.
Yeah, up like this as Huey takes the give. Ooh, big hit.
Who
this
is that?
time. It's number
63. Stephen Johnson, where did he come from?
He's a freshman too, and boy, he laid the wood on that one. Boy, helmet down right in the belly, just like you teach him, right in the chest pads. Try to keep your helmet up, but I mean, you put
Might
it
have been
right.
a foul in the NFL. This new helmet rule, Will.
Third and 4 now. We're going to hit an offside, a free set of downs for the Indians, and that's exactly what the Hornets needed. You remember the game last year at Eldon? We had 364.9 penalties in the first quarter alone.
First and 10 for the Indians. At the Hornet, 32-yard line.
Big shout out to all of our crew today that pulled off the poker run. First, our official drone pilot of Lake TV, Daniel Carnahan with Skyview Photography, working late for us. Of course, lead videographer and head of production, Andrew Evans, Chase Elliott, Brennan Thompson, executive producer Dave Glendenning, Ross Reinhart and Ricky Smith setting up football. Ricky Smith shooting all day on the water. And then in post-production, between Nathan McKinney and Tyler Eversman, tell you what, the Lake TV team has pulled off a real Christmas miracle this week, and especially today.
No doubt, no doubt.
I know the team will be happy to get a little rest, but poor Ross, he's going to be right back at it. Not poor Ross, he loves it. He lives for this.
No rest for the wicked, Will.
Ross said that if we would let him sleep on the couch, he goes, I would actually just move into this station. Oh, that was a busted play. DePay going to try to make something out of nothing.
Good
Very
call.
wisely just throws it downfield, and he's out of the box, tackle box, so he should be fine, right?
Absolutely, sure.
I'm interested. You know, I know it's so early, and Osage hasn't really had to do a whole lot of spreading the football out, throwing the football with Dalton DePay, which makes sense because they've got the big lead. But I wonder when they get, you know, into the heart of their schedule and start playing some of these real tough Tri-County conference, they get behind. I wonder what their passing offense is going to look like without Zach Wheeler, Drake Gaines, you know, Austin Magnuson out of the backfield. Ian Riley. Yeah, DePace so far, 110 yards and a touchdown, and he's going to add to it right here, still on his feet. Inside the 10, he keeps going all the way down to the 8. That's another 11 yards. Dalton DePace, 121 yards rushing along with a touchdown. And, I mean, call me crazy, but right now Dalton DePace is my pick, early pick for the player of the game. Forced fumble, fumble recovery, pick 6, 120 yards and a rushing touchdown, 197 tackles. All right, up the middle as Dooley.
Jack Dooley, the ball carrier, will run out by Justin Lee.
I'm wondering if he's related to the Dooley garage doors company. Do you know?
Very well could be. Well, they're right here. The Dooleys, it looks like we're in a...
Oh, there it is, yep. That's who I use. Whoa. It's like they went into a quote-unquote jumbo package, and yeah, the 6'1" Drew Edwards just jumped over the top for the touchdown for the Indians.
Love seeing Drew Edwards.
Too easy. Honestly, every game we saw last year, I've never seen a team score this easily.
Yeah, 40-7 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Do want to give a shout out to former Osage Indian defensive standout, also on the offensive line, Jacob Mason. He's in California serving in the Marine Corps, so big shout out to Mr. Mason. Thank you for your service. I bet you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. I know you bleed Indian Crimson, and I know you got to love what you're seeing tonight. Keep up the great work out there in California, brother. And again, thank you for your service. And just like that, Edwards receives the conversion pass from Dalton DePace. The two-point conversion is good. And the Indians extend their already giant lead. They're now up 42-7. 5:02 left in the third quarter. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Make your fantasy a reality this season at Big Surf Water Park. Rocket yourself down Zambezi Falls. Enjoy a relaxing ride down the lazy river. Or grab a tube and head down our whitewater rapids. You're sure to find fun for the whole family this summer right at the Lake of the Ozarks.
It's a vacation within a vacation. Big Surf.
Get your tickets now at BigSurfWaterPark.com.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
And we're back here on Lake TV. It's all Osage. They lead by a score of 42-7. 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter of play. And I spot one Tyler Eversman from Lake TV here, shooting some B-roll. That one fielded by Maxwell at about the 22. Tries to get outside. He has the edge across the 35, pushed down to the 37, and that's where Fulton starts their next offensive series. And I'm excited to see what Woodrow Foster brings to the table here in his second series. It was a bad snap that nailed him in the shoulder pad last time. Lost a fumble, but he has some jump in his step. He looks like he might be a star in the making.
Hey, maybe too soon.
I cannot tell you how many times you said to me after I said something, Will, too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah. Too soon.
Should I marry this girl I met yesterday? Too soon. Too soon,
oh,
too soon.
My goodness, you didn't.
Woodrow with the handoff. Logan takes it up the field for about 4 yards.
Logan, the ball carrier. On the stop for the Indians, number 56, Jacob Smith.
Yeah.
After the 4-yard carry, brings up 2nd down and 6.
Pick up a 4, brings up a 2nd down.
Here, and Fulton not really showing a ton of urgency. I know they're trying to get the play in, but
I think at this point they're just trying to get their team to run efficiently and properly.
I mean, we're only 2.5 quarters into the game.
Ooh, there he goes.
And that's an errant throw. We're going to bring up 3rd down and 6, and we'd like to give a shout out to our newest addition to the booth, my girl Emma Glendenning.
Yes.
And here we love Emma. She is our vegan friend, and if you want to, we talked about Squeeze earlier. She is the video star. If you see any of those Facebook giveaways or those Facebook videos with Squeeze, the star is none other than color guy Dave Glendenning's daughter, Emma Glendenning, and now she's in the booth doing some kind of twerking or dancing. I'm not sure I would ever do that again in front of people, Emma, because you have a lot of great qualities, but that dance is not one of them. We love you, Emma. Your uncle loves you. So penalty marker on the field, and the officials just threw a flag on you because they saw you're dancing.
That's illegal twerking on the offense.
So with 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, they've got the mercy clock on, of course. 30 points or more, so that's going to keep running. Quick hitter to Logan. He's got a hole, some good blocking. Stutter steps across midfield. And he's taken down at about the 42-yard line, so he's got 18 yards and a Fulton 1st down.
And Dupay had to take him down.
Yeah, Dupay's having quite a game, and an update at halftime. If only you knew. So Campbellton on the road at Waynesville. They lead 35-0. Big shout out to the Campbellton Lakers. My man Ryan Mawson starting at linebacker. I bet he's having a whale of a game, and nice run right there.
Shane Miller, the ball carrier.
By Woodrow Foster.
Well, what did they say, Shane Miller?
I don't think they have the roster with a.
They
don't have a program director that double checks with the staff like we do.
So, folks back home,
number 7
is Woodrow Foster, not Shane Miller.
I keep wanting to say Woodrow Wilson. All right, now. Foster out of the gun, takes the snap, gives it to Logan, and he's going to be taken down. Big number 77 for the Indians with the stop after.
James Hutchcraft on the stop.
So there's big James Hutchcraft. We can't find him on the roster. That's because he's not on there. 77 is James Hutchcraft. So no gain brings up 2nd down and 10 now, and with under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter, and the Osage Indians in control of this one. Well, the beautiful thing is about penalty markers at this point in the game, clock keeps running.
That is a beautiful thing. And when did they implement that rule? I know we had it last year. It's a relatively new rule.
Nice throw.
Nice little gun he's got.
Across his body, and he hits his man. That's Leak at about the 9-yard line, so that's good for 19 yards.
And it's going to be the 4th quarter before they can do anything else here.
Yeah, that's a nice play. Extended the play, threw across his body into a area, and Fulton, they're threatening, but they trail your Osage Indians 42-7. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
I'm open. I'm Chris Wagner of Farmers Insurance. Not only do I have great hands, Farmers Insurance has great rates. So come see us in Lake Ozark because I want to be your insurance agent. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are farmers.
Back here on Lake TV, as you see the pride of the Osage Indians marching band and the color guard having a blast with the Cotton Eye Joe here. And who doesn't want to celebrate? School just started. It's a new year, fresh start, and open to a new season. And your Osage Indians in control of this one, 42-7. I think I might even get in on the act.
Oh boy, stay away from me.
So as we start this fourth quarter of play, it'll go fast with the running clock unless Fulton scores and trims it to below 30. But I'll tell you what, Osage has been firing on all cylinders tonight, and we haven't really had to, or they haven't had to pass the ball much, but running the football, I mean, you've got a slew of guys. Dalton DePay's run efficiently. Obviously, Dooley has run the ball very, very well. Matt Hans has had a great night before. He was shaken up earlier, and even Keenan Webb, the sophomore, he's had himself a ball game. So a lot of options on the ground, it looks like, this year for Coach Devin Johnson. And we've learned over the years with Devin Johnson, he loves to have a slew of ball carriers in his arsenal, and that looks to prove true for 2018 so far as well.
And that tackle was made by James Hutchcraft, the new number 77.
Yeah, I don't know if his jersey got...
I think they gave that was his brother's jersey number they have in the program here.
So 2nd down and 6 now.
Woodrow going right.
Foster lowers his head. He'll be taken down by Hutchcraft as well as Trevor Ralston. And on a stop, Edwards and Keenan Webb also in on the stop. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4, or 3rd down and goal from the 4.
Looks like they got a jumbo package. I like saying that, Will, if you didn't notice.
Yeah, they got their big guys in there on 3rd and goal, and it's Logan. He rumbles into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night, and that's going to cut the lead to 29 now for the Indians. So 42-13, and Fulton's got to like that drive. That was a nice drive for them.
And again, Logan taken to the house. He's been the lone bright spot for their offense tonight. And for the point after for Fulton.
And the extra point is up and good. So we did notice now, Evan Gray, he's limping. You'll see him off the field. His ankle is taped and he's limping. So that could be why we've seen Woodrow Foster. But I think it's kind of given the Fulton Hornets a little bit of a boost on offense. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV Game of the Week, powered by Como Connect, is brought to you by Como Connect, Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Aris Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, Wilson Tollener CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
I'm open. I'm Chris Wagner of Farmers Insurance. Not only do I have great hands, Farmers Insurance has great rates. So come see us in Lake Ozark because I want to be your insurance agent. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are farmers.
Welcome back, and you see a capacity crowd here at School of the Osage, and tell you what, you can even see us up here a little bit. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people here, and they've gotten quite a show from their hometown team tonight. They lead 28 points here with 10:45 left in the fourth quarter.
And Justin Leak back to kick it off for the Hornets.
And that will roll into the end zone for a touchback. So, I mean, most things positive for the Osage Indians. They're going to go to 1-0. Of course, we don't cover the Camdenton Lakers anymore, but they look like they're on their way to go to 1-0. And I wonder what Eldon, Versailles, and California are doing. So anyone out there who's watching, if you could text in or message on the Facebook feed, let us know how our other coverage schools are doing. I know Versailles is at Knob Noster, California, and Eldon both at home. The Mustangs playing Bolivar, and California playing host to Warrensburg. Versailles has fared pretty well against Knob Noster over the last 3 years, taking 2 of 3. And they've got a pretty decent squad this year in Versailles. They're going to have Kobe Williams back at the helm at quarterback, and got a couple of new playmakers that decided to come out and play this year that haven't been playing the last couple of years. So, and I can already tell you Ross Reinhardt is up to no good right now, because I just saw one of the slyest grins on his face. I can only imagine what he's about to hand me written down on a piece of paper. Oh, okay, so we've got someone that wants to see my shoes for this year. I do want to give a shout out to Alyssa Levi. She is a Touch of Grace local artist, and she painted a pair of white Converse Chuck Taylors for me. And she posted all of our coverage schools logos on these with some other stuff, and they turned out pretty cool. So we'll show those off during the post-game show. It's going to be short and it's going to be sweet tonight on the Black and White Roofing post-game show. So little room outside now across the 30 up to the 34-yard line. This is Braden Lust, the junior. He's got good coverage, or is that Jackson Creasy, actually, the senior with the ball carry?
I mean, really, the whole game, Fulton just cannot get a negative run play in for Osage. Get them in 3rd and long. They haven't had one 3rd and long situation all night. So they really haven't been tested at all on offense, like you said.
So the cheer squad's here. Here, Ricky Smith's got a camera. Oh, no, he doesn't. So the Osage cheerleaders took the victory and the cheer off, or the chant off, and we're back to football. Edwards under center. In the backfield with him, you've got Creasy, and then you've got at the fullback position, Mason Clark.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Johnson's getting in some of his younger players. Boy, they're just dragging the clock down.
Yeah. Oh, that's why. Can't afford to have that happen. Looks like Edwards was able to corral the football on the errant snapper. It could have been a missed exchange between the center and quarterback. Now Edwards fortunate to fall on it, so Osage maintains possession, brings up 2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1.
Whoa! And a flag.
Now that's recovered by Fryer, Will Privier Fryer. On the carry, it was Mason Clark. Had a good carry, the ball went flying. There is a penalty. False start against Osage. Penalty is declined. So Fryer with the fumble recovery, and Fulton gets it back. Down 28 with 8:44 to go.
So that was an offside, is that correct? They call that offside? Illegal motion, okay.
You're really struggling with those penalties tonight.
I'm sorry, there's popcorn in the room, I got distracted.
So 8:44 and Fulton now a little more positive the last couple of series for them.
T.O. Osage Indians.
All right, we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be back on Lake TV momentarily.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Who doesn't love free tickets, dinners, and attraction passes? Did you know that by simply liking Lake TV's Facebook page, you're eligible to participate in our weekly Facebook giveaway? Lake TV has concert and show tickets, minor mics and big surf passes, along with lake apparel and car washes. You could even win dinners to Captain Ron's, JJ's at the Copper Pot, or chances are along with many others. And don't forget about gift cards to one of the lake's hottest shops. So, what are you waiting for? Go to Lake TV on Facebook and maybe you'll be our next big...
And we're back right here on Lake TV as Fulton takes back over after the fumble recovery by Fryer. Foster now takes the snap, rolls out of the pocket. He's going to keep the ball, tucks it, he's outside the 45, and then taken down out of bounds. Hard hit by Logan Habner for the Indians, but Foster all the way up to the 47-yard line. That's good for a 14-yard run and another Fulton first down.
That was a tough run by Woodrow.
Yeah, he's looked good, hasn't he?
He kind of reminds me of Muscle Hamster. Do you know who that is in the NFL?
I was going to say Byron Leftwich is who he kind of reminded me of as far as his build, the old Jacksonville quarterback that played at Marshall.
He's a little shorter in stature, though, but
right, for sure.
He's a tough player.
Who are you thinking of? Are you thinking of Matty Mock, Chase Daniel? Who are you thinking of?
Muscle Hamster, played at Boise State. Used to play for Jacksonville. Oh, excuse me, used to play for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now plays for the Raiders.
Josh Freeman?
Running back.
Oh, Doug Martin.
Yes. Muscle Hamster was his nickname at Boise State.
Gotcha.
He hated it, but it stuck with him.
Oh, he was a short brick of muscle, though.
Yeah.
I think he might come on strong at Oakland, man. I don't think his career's done.
I don't think so either.
You remember when last year, when when he made his first start after his 4-game suspension for Tampa Bay in that Monday night game, he had like 130 yards on 15 carries and a score. He's still got a lot of juice in the tank. He came in the league in 2012, like you said, out of Boise State. I think he's got, a lot of years left, at least 4 or 5 good years. And maybe a new home with some new colors could be exactly what the doctor ordered.
Mm-hmm.
So 3rd and 4 now, 8 minutes to go here in the game. Foster takes the snap, looks to his right, throws, quick hitter. He's got his man. That's number 80 up to about the 31-yard line. And on the reception there, that's John Holtkamp, the senior wideout, and that's good for a first down.
Yeah, Foster here's proven us that he can actually make some completions down the field.
First down and 10 for Fulton at the Osage 31-yard line.
No.
Very nearly picked off. Logan Havner got a mitt on it, but
he was eyeballing the end zone, boy.
On the coverage for the Indians, number 15, Logan Havner.
So second down and 10 now. 7:36 remaining. Give another shout out to our sponsors. We'll wait till after the completion of this play. It's 2nd and 10. Here is Osage in control. Good throw outside. Nice play. Good design. Now there's a flag down. What a yards after the catch attempt by Zaylin McNeil. There is a flag, and I wonder who this one's going to be against. An eligible man downfield against the offense.
It's about the
How
third
could there
time.
have been anyone downfield illegally when the pass was thrown so quick? I mean, as soon as he snapped the ball, he darted it out into the flat. And McNeil did the rest, but I'll tell you, that was a strong throw from quarterback Woodrow Foster.
They're picking it up.
Okay, I was going to say, you can't have an illegal man downfield before the receivers even got an opportunity to get downfield. There's no way those linemen are downfield, you know? So good no call, or good waving of the flag. So Fulton here knocking on the doorstep. They've got an opportunity to make this a 3-score game with 7 minutes to go, and I know it's a different Osage team, but Woodrow Foster's definitely provided a boost. Here's the give to guess who on offense this time.
Colbert. Wow.
Very, very impressive as
man, he's limping
Latrellis
too. Check him
Colbert
out.
with a score, and I like what Coach did there. Give the young man a reward for his effort tonight.
He can barely get back to the sideline.
He must have a cramp or something, because
he does.
He ran pretty hard there, but impressive for Fulton here. A couple of drives now, back to back. They scored, fumble recovery, scored. So they've owned the fourth quarter, as it was 42-7 entering the fourth quarter, and they've now trimmed this Osage lead to 42-20.
Everything's turned around since Woodrow Foster got inserted in the lineup after Evan Gray's ankle injury.
Indeed, so Gray now in there to hold the extra point attempt, the snap, the hold, and the kick is good. Well, that's an impressive kicker for them, Justin Lee. He's solid. So 7:15 left. It's Osage out in front, 42-21. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
My father, Eris Pardalis, grew up in Greece. When he arrived here 50 years ago, he brought with him a taste of his childhood, a delicacy he would introduce to Missouri that brought joy to the taste buds of America. Pizza. Pizza so perfect, it could only have the Eris name. Eris's Pizza. We've been building communities around delicious food since 1961 and making friends for life.
Welcome back, folks. Lake TV's coverage of live high school football doesn't end tonight. We'll be with you all season long, and next week we'll make our way to beautiful Riley Field in California, Missouri, where the Pintos play host to the Mexico Bulldogs. We'll kick off with a pregame show powered by Como Connect at 6:40. Don't miss an exciting weekend and then week of Lake TV content. We've got the shootout all weekend. We'll have the shootout recap coming at you. Weekly report on Monday, and then the second rendition of the Barbecue Bros on Tuesday night, live from Dave Glendenning's kitchen. That'll be fun.
You cannot miss that program, folks.
So the kickoff fielded at about the 27-yard line. That's
Take over first down and 10. Their own 27-yard line.
Garrett Sutherland, who fielded that. So 7:15 left. Osage out in front by 3 scores and well on their way. Just starting the season 1-0.
Looks like we might have a new quarterback, Malachi Tower. I probably totally butchered that name.
No, Malachi Towers in there.
Malachi Tower.
Hands to the up man who has a couple of yards. Dave, keep an eye on these numbers if you would. I don't know. I think there's a whole new team in there for Osage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Got sophomore Drew Elliott as a wide receiver.
Pick up a 1, brings up a second down.
Yeah, pretty much wholesale changes on offense.
And boy, for Osage, they're going to turn around and hit the road next week as they find themselves at Moberly. Eldon's at Owensville, Versailles at Buffalo, and Mexico will travel to play our California Pintos as our game of the week. So on the carry this time, it's Mason Clark once again. He's got about 5 yards up to the 33-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
I think Osage had at least 10 guys tote the rock tonight.
Brings up a 3rd down and 3.
Drew Ellie and Mason Dooley now check out late. Quick hitter up the middle. That's going to be stopped shy of the 1st down. Going to bring up 4th and 1. So this is an interesting situation because you are up 3 scores, backed up inside your own end at the 36. But I'm not 100% convinced that Osage is going to punt the football.
No. They're going to go for it. It's pretty much what they did last year, too, in this situation.
Brings up a 4th down and 1.
Last ball carrier Sam Keim now out there for the Indians, and he's a promising sophomore we want to keep an eye on. Oh, and offsides could give Osage a free 1st down, and I believe it will. That just is a very undisciplined team. 4th and 1, you know it's coming. You should probably be worried more about that than what defensive play's been called because you know the hard count's coming in any 3rd or 4th and short.
Yeah, it's just making it too easy for the offense.
I mean, if they would have got the football back and scored with 3 minutes or more back, I mean, it's only a 2-score game at that point in time, but doesn't matter now. Now Osage going to have an opportunity to eat at least another 1.5 minutes off the clock here. Keim once again, the ball carrier, stopped dead at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now.
Wow, they're throwing out so many players, Will. They're not even on the program.
Jesse Ware with the ball carrier.
So my point is they're that deep on the bench.
Oh, yeah, Osage.
I'd say a majority of the players out there are freshmen.
You know, and I think that that speaks volumes on the culture that Devin Johnson has created here as being part of the Osage football program. You know, you're very well respected in the Lake of the Ozarks community, you know, and kids, they want to be part of that. You feel like you're part of something on Friday nights, getting to be part of the team and part of the family because, you know, the camaraderie with the Osage Indian program under Devin Johnson is completely different than it's been for a very, very long time. So we tip our cap to Coach Johnson, who's, you know, had quite a tenure here at Osage already. You know, 26-19 through 4 years, district championship, conference championship 2014. He's got them to the district championship on 3 different occasions. And I mean, that's more than you would expect and certainly everything you could ask for out of a head coach. And I don't think that he's done here anytime soon.
I hope not, at least not for the Osage fans.
And I'll tell you what, he also calls basketball on the radio on the women's side as well. So he's really a jack of all trades. 3 kids, married with a beautiful wife, and he said coming into this, the only thing that he enjoys more than being with these guys is spending time with his beautiful wife and kids. So with that, we're going to take a short commercial break as Osage calls a timeout. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
My father, Eris Pardalis, grew up in Greece. When he arrived here 50 years ago, he brought with him a taste of his childhood, a delicacy he would introduce to Missouri that brought joy to the taste buds of America.
Make your fantasy a reality this season at Big Surf Water Park. Rocket yourself down Zambezi Falls. Enjoy a relaxing ride down the lazy river. Or grab a tube and head down our whitewater rapids. You're sure to find fun for the whole family this summer right at the Lake of the Ozarks.
It's a vacation within a vacation. Big Surf.
Get your tickets now at BigSurfWaterPark.com.
Back here on Lake TV, I'm William Holtz with Dave Glendenning, and I've got to say it again. I can't say enough about the entire Lake TV crew. Of course, our football crew did a wonderful job tonight. I'm William Holtz, providing play-by-play. Our assistant program director, color commentator, Dave Glendenning. Our chief engineer on the field cam, Ricky Smith. Our head of production, switching from the van, Andrew Evans. Our top camera, Brennan Thompson. Our lead production assistant, program director is Ross Reinhardt. On stats, we've got Adrian and Zach, and extra hands in the truck, Big Bill helping us out in there. And then on pre-production, we also had Bob Spicer, Nathan McKinney, and Tyler Eversman. So great job, guys. And then also Daniel Carnahan and Chase Elliott helping today with the poker run. Can't say enough about your guys' efforts. Quite a weekend for Lake TV, and it would not have been possible without our outstanding team we've got here. So got to tip our caps to the guys.
Absolutely. Those guys done a heck of a job this week, and their week is far from over yet.
Right, yeah, just getting started. Check out all the shootout videos. We've done everything from the treasure hunt to the Hall of Fame dinner. Interviewed all 5 new inductees in the Lake of the Ozarks Bob Morgan Memorial Hall of Fame. We also covered the the shootout on the strip meet and greet party brought to you by Waves and Wheels and Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri. Put that up. We also had Thursday night, which I guess was last night. We had the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is my favorite event surrounding the shootout, of course, and then the Poly Lift and Lake Expo meet and greet and silent auction at Performance Boat Center. If you guys have not seen that facility, get out there and check that out. I'll tell you what, the crew, Mark Waddington, Brett Manier, Myrick Coyle, the crew down there at Performance Boat Center, what they've done, not just in their own cove, but for the entire lake community, has been outstanding. So go check out some of those videos, and then check out all the stuff on Facebook as well from today's poker run. So while we got a minute, we're going to stay right here with you and give a shout out to our sponsors. Of course, Como Connect. If you want high-speed internet, you want high-speed fiber optic internet, I should say. You want great phone reception, cheap or affordable electricity. Como Connect, your one-stop shop. Hopefully they'll be making their way to this side of the lake. Got to give some love to Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner with Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf, and we'll be right back to that in a minute. So 4th and 12, Osage looks like they're going to punt here. To pay back to punt, because that man does it all. And bounces out of bounds under the 33, so we'll give him a net of 29 yards on the punt. Back to our sponsors. Big shout out, Big Surf, Tax Pros and more, Eris's Pizza, Peyton Doctors, Shawnee Bluff, Wilson Tollner CPA, Crown Power and Equipment in Eldon, Missouri, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics. Make sure you guys patronize those businesses. We would not be able to bring you live high school football all season long if it weren't for the generous support of our partners and sponsors. So Fulton now, they find themselves down 42-21, 2:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Back out there at quarterback, Woodrow Foster takes the snap, steps up in the pocket. Uh-oh, he's under pressure, cuts back across and taken down by number 41, Sam Kime, with a solid tackle on number 7. Foster. So Kine with a couple of carries. Kine may have injured the young man because Foster is shaken up on the play. So we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, Dave Glendenning will be with you by himself in the booth as I'm going to head down to the field to talk with Coach Devin Johnson and our player of the game.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
And we're back. Thankfully, the player involved in the collision got up and walked off on his own strength. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. New quarterback, Tyler Saylor, a junior.
Saylor's pass is incomplete. Intended for Keyshawn Maxwell.
So now Fulton's starting their third quarterback of the evening.
Third down and 7.
Logan on the carry.
Tayon Logan, the ball carrier.
Tackled by Jesse Wormuth, freshman.
Mason Dooley on the stop for Osage.
Again, Fulton back in shotgun. And a few hankies.
Billy Marker on the play. Substitution infraction against the Indians.
Oh, the dreaded substitution infraction by Fulton.
5-yard penalty remains first down.
Wait, apparently that was a substitution penalty on Osage. 1st and 5. Nice ball. Woo! Pass complete to Zaylen McNeil. Wow, that was one of the better thrown balls we've seen all night.
Pass complete to Zaylen McNeil.
We've already got them in scoring position. So Tyler Saylor up again. It's going to try to get the Fulton Hornets in the end zone here before the end of the game.
17-yard line.
And again, there goes Tayon Logan.
Tayon Logan, the ball carrier.
Looking for his 3rd touchdown of the evening. Yeah, they caught Osage running one of their players off the field again.
Substitution infraction against the Indians.
That happens when you're trying to get all these young guys in, don't know what they're doing. Looks like Fulton's using a massive substitutions, and they're bringing back their big bruiser, Latrellis Colbert. And they give to Tayon Logan for his third touchdown of the evening. One of the lone bright spots for the Fulton Hornets this evening. Fulton back to try the extra point. Hasn't missed one yet all night. Well, looks like offsides on Osage. So they get to be about 3 yards closer for an extra point. And let's give it a try again. Ooh. Extra point try failed. Snuffed out by the Osage Indians. With 46 seconds to go in the fourth quarter,
46 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Osage Indians lead 42, the Fulton Hornets 27.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
And we're back. 42-27 Osage. Leading, 46 seconds to go here in the game. The Fulton Hornets getting ready to kick it off. And again, it appears that Coach Johnson is playing a lot of his underclassmen now. And Justin Leak with the onside kick, covered by Garrett Sutherland.
Osage will have a first down and 10 at the Fulton 48-yard line.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Osage here just to run a couple dive plays and call it a night. It looks like they're in the victory formation, so we might be doing a kneel down here. Here we go. Looks like two more of those, one more of those, and we might do it. Once again, in the victory formation. Malachi Tower taking a knee. And that should wrap it up for tonight's Osage Indian Fulton Hornets game. Final score, Osage Indians 42, the Fulton Hornets 27.
This Lake TV Game of the Week, powered by Como Connect, is brought to you by Como Connect, Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Aris Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, Wilson Tollener CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Lake of the Ozarks is not only beautiful, but it's the #1 recreational lake in the country. Did you know that the Lake of the Ozarks has a local TV station dedicated to the lake and nothing but the lake? Lake TV is dedicated to showcasing and promoting the Lake of the Ozarks lifestyle, events, businesses, attractions, and incredible people across the entire Midwest. Turn on Lake TV and watch the shootout and lake race live, along with local event documentaries such as Aquapalooza, boat shows, and other local content and event features. Lake TV is also home to live high school football every Friday during football season and features the lake's only local TV newscast. If it's happening at the Lake of the Ozarks, chances are you can catch it on Lake TV. Find us on Charter Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, on our Roku channel, or streaming 24/7 at mylaketv.com. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. It's time to experience the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks like never before, only on Lake TV.
This Lake TV Game of the Week, powered by Como Connect, is brought to you by Como Connect, Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Aris Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, Wilson Tollener CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
My father, Eris Pardalis, grew up in Greece. When he arrived here 50 years ago, he brought with him a taste of his childhood, a delicacy he would introduce to Missouri that brought joy to the taste buds of America. Pizza. Pizza so perfect, it could only have the Eris name. Eris's Pizza. We've been building communities around delicious food since 1961 and making friends for life.
Make your fantasy a reality this season at Big Surf Water Park. Rocket yourself down Zambezi Falls. Enjoy a relaxing ride down the lazy river. Or grab a tube and head down our whitewater rapids. You're sure to find fun for the whole family this summer right at the Lake of the Ozarks.
It's a vacation within a vacation. Big Surf.
Get your tickets now at BigSurfWaterPark.com.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
I'm open. I'm Chris Wagner of Farmers Insurance. Not only do I have great hands, Farmers Insurance has great rates. So come see us in Lake Ozark because I want to be your insurance agent. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are farmers.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional, every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach. It's quick. It's easy. It's professional every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Quick Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Quick Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Quick Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Who doesn't love free tickets, dinners, and attraction passes? Did you know that by simply liking Lake TV's Facebook page, you're eligible to participate in our weekly Facebook giveaway? Lake TV has concert and show tickets, minor mics and big surf passes, along with lake apparel and car washes. You could even win dinners to Captain Ron's, JJ's at the Copper Pot, or chances are along with many others. And don't forget about gift cards to one of the lake's hottest shops. So, what are you waiting for? Go to Lake TV on Facebook and maybe you'll be our next big winner.
Lake of the Ozarks is not only beautiful, but it's the #1 recreational lake in the country. Did you know that the Lake of the Ozarks has a local TV station dedicated to the lake and nothing but the lake? Lake TV is dedicated to showcasing and promoting the Lake of the Ozarks lifestyle, events, businesses, attractions, and incredible people across the entire Midwest. Turn on Lake TV and watch the Shootout and Lake Race live, along with local event documentaries such as Aquapalooza, boat shows, and other local content and event features. Lake TV is also home to live high school football every Friday during football season and features the lake's only local TV newscast. If it's happening at the Lake of the Ozarks, chances are you can catch it on Lake TV. Find us on Charter Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, on our Roku channel, or streaming 24/7 at mylaketv.com. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. It's time to experience the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks like never before, only on Lake TV.
Now joined by Osage head coach Devin Johnson right after big win over the Fulton Hornets. Congrats, coach, on a big start to the season.
Yeah, thank you. It was a lot of fun. Our guys responded very well. I mean, they came out and attacked early, and we did what we needed to do. Everybody got to play. I know the score at the end got a little closer than what we'd have liked, but I mean, it's for us, it's about perspective. We got all of our guys in there, some Friday night experience, so that trumps a scoreboard any day for us.
Yeah, I talk about quarterback Dalton DePay. He did it on the ground and on the defensive end. He had a heck of a ball game tonight.
Yeah, he's a tremendous leader, and you can tell that our guys really rally around him. There was 2 or 3 times in key situations, third down plays, where he just looked at me and said, "Coach, let's do this." I said, "Go tell him." And they were always wound up being pretty successful, so it was always good for us.
Zeke, what do you think, buddy? Dad got a big win. That makes you guys happy, right? Ezekiel says no way on that. I'm going to let Dad do the talking. But, Coach, hey, congratulations. I know you guys got a big one at Moberly next week. What do you got to do this week in practice to get ready?
Well, we got to stay healthy. I mean, we left tonight very healthy, which is good. No injuries from tonight. We still got a couple of kids that are out for maybe a week or 2 more. But we just got to build more consistency with what we're doing in practice. I'm proud of our guys from the way we progressed from June to now. I mean, it's night and day. And Moberly's going to be a good team. They're going to be a physical team, so it's someone that we're going to have to be able to bring the fight to.
You know, one thing I've noticed over the last 4+ years covering you here at Osage is Devin Johnson teams always have a slew of guys that can carry the football. That may be more true this season than ever before. Talk about your running backs you've got.
Well, the cool thing is one of them didn't play tonight. I mean, one of our better ones, Hunter Neiman, is the bruise on the knee, so we didn't see him tonight. I think he's going to do some very special things. We've split our system to a split back. We're running some more inside-outside veer, some option stuff. more downhill things, because our running backs, we don't have that big guy, but we have some quick kids that can hit it fast. And tonight, after the first half, we went back and went through all the plays, and we had 0 negative plays except for penalties. So there was not one play that we ran that resulted in negative yardage. That's huge. Talk about field position. Our guys hit it so fast, linebackers, they're 3 yards downfield before the linebackers can read and react. So that's kind of what we've gone to as a system. And you saw really 4 guys tonight that ran the ball pretty well.
Very well. Coach, I know that if there's anything that you love more than being around these guys and growing them as men and helping them get better in the game of football, that's being with your wife and kids. So we're going to let you go. Thanks for your time and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
That's Osage coach Devin Johnson right after the big win over the Fulton Hornets. Thank you for tuning in for Lake TV's Game of the Week here in Osage. We're going to be back with you next week in California at beautiful Riley Field. We'll have the Mexico Bulldogs against the California Pintos. Don't forget, we've got the Lake TV pregame show powered by Como Connect. We'll see you then.
This Lake TV Game of the Week powered by Como Connect is brought to you by Como Connect, Quick Car, Black and White Roofing, Chris Wagner Farmers Insurance, Ozark Homes, Big Surf Water Park, Tax Pros and more, Aris Pizza, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, Wilson Tollener CPA, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Picks.